confirmed with him yesterday. He just hasn't gotten back yet to me yet today because he's kind of busy. He's doing all this stuff. So I believe that Rick, he chose his time to join us at the top of next hour. So Rick should be aboard with an update live from Indianapolis. A little later, Bob Nightingale of USA Today, their senior MLB correspondent, who has been all over the Bryce Harper story. He has been suggesting that Bryce Harper was going to land with the Phillies. He did, of course. A couple times Bob had it done before it ever got done and took forever to get done. But he, like others, did eventually get it right that that's where Mr. Harper's landing spot was. And he was, I believe, planning to be in Clearwater today for the Harper announcement, official first meeting of the media. Got in yesterday, passed his physical. Today they had a press conference, and tomorrow you'll see him for the first time out there on the field. Don't know if he's going to play, but he get in a cage, take some BP, maybe even shag down a couple of flies. The start of a 13-year relationship between he and the Phillies. I don't think he's going to make it all 13 years, but he's going to make it most of it, and I think he's going to help them win baseball games. Bob Nightingale of USA Today is going to join us later in the show, and Amy Dash, our CBS Sports legal correspondent and expert, will hop aboard. Unfortunately, when we punch Amy up, and she's really nice, and she's really good at what she does, but I usually feel bad when we have her on because something has gone awry. That's why we need a legal expert on. Ask Robert Kraft. Ask the president and CEO of the San Francisco Giants, who had an incident. And I'll tell you a quick story with that. JT, William, if you could, please hold. I'll get you guys your calls. Larry Baer, the CEO of the Giants, has been with the organization, I think, for over 20 years and has just been elevated to CEO post over the past decade. Had an incident with his wife. It was reported that it was over a telephone. If you saw the video, he's trying to grab the phone out of her hand, and he just blatantly knocks her out of a chair. He didn't, punch her or push her. He didn't grab her or throw her. He knocked her down. And I think it was by accident. Now, that's just my read of the video that I saw and everyone else has seen. Well, the video was procured by TMZ Sports, which I think I've mentioned this here on CBS Sports Radio before. My daughter worked for TMZ Sports for about 3.5 months. Her final year at school, Temple University, she got to do her final semester on the West Coast in L.A. She took a couple of classes, and she did 2 internships, one at a hip-hop radio station out there in L.A., and one at TMZ. And it worked out perfectly because one she got credits for, which she needed, and one she got paid for. It was a paid internship. So she worked 2 days a week in the same newsroom as Harvey, the host of TMZ, and said he is every bit as crazed off the air as he is on the air. And it actually worked out well because she worked 2 long days, 10-hour days, so she got 20 hours of work in over the course of a week. And she got paid for it, so Dad didn't have to cough up the spending money out there in L.A. If she wanted to go out and have a fancier than what they were serving at the cafeteria dinner, so be it. She wanted to have a cocktail on the weekend. She actually reached the age of 21 while she was out there. She could go do it, and she could spend her own money rather than spend Dad. So it was perfect as far as I'm concerned. But she worked from 6 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Weird hour, wild hours. They start early at TMZ. So she had to drive into where, and they were outside of L.A. where they housed the students, into downtown L.A. Now, she got to do it at 5 o'clock in the morning. So traffic was there, but it was very reasonable. And she just came in and had a parking space and everything else in the building they were in and worked out well. She left at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And the same drive that would take her 20 minutes in the morning would take her an hour and 25 minutes at night because of L.A. traffic. This is the same 12 miles that she could do in 20 minutes in the morning, hour and 20 minutes to go 12 miles to go home at night after she got off TMZ. But because she had been part of the school radio station sports department at Temple, they hired her for TMZ Sports. She did stuff for Harvey and regular TMZ from time to time, but more for the sports than anything else. And when they played the tape, she goes, I can tell you absolutely where they edited in a scream that wasn't the woman involved. That they have screams that they use in the sports department that if they think they enhance the video, they just add the scream to the tape. So you heard a scream in the background of the tape. She goes, "Oh, I've heard that scream before. I know it's not that woman." They enhanced that. They did that for TMZ effect. And they have screams that they use for this. So when you see the tape, if you're watching it, you'll notice that there is a rather loud scream, according to my daughter, that was concocted. That wasn't necessarily Larry Bear's wife. That's what you're going to get at TMZ. You should know that ahead of time when you go to TMZ. From time to time, TMZ breaks stories and gives you great information, but sometimes you have to be careful that TMZ is not enhancing what they're actually giving to you. Yes, Amy Dash is going to join us. She'll give us some legal expertise on a couple of major movers and shakers in sports that have gotten themselves in some potential legal trouble coming up. So as I did say, we got three very good guests. Looking forward to talking to them. I look forward to talking to JT and anybody else that checks in on the phone lines. Let's get to them next. 855-212-4227. That's our CBS Sports Radio toll-free number, which is brought to you by our good friends at Geico. Here's a great way you can save good money. If you switch to Geico, go to geico.com. In 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on your car insurance. Your calls are next here on CBS Sports Radio after the latest CBS Sports Update with Darwin Zook.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flash.
All right, Jody, Geico's so great, I got to do it again here. This report brought to you by Geico. Great news. There's a quick way you could save money. Switch to Geico. Go to geico.com, and in 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on car insurance. Tennessee was looking for their revenge on Kentucky this afternoon. The 7th-ranked Volunteers were blown out by the number 4 Wildcats just 2 weeks ago.
Hagan stays right on him. Bone gets a pick from Alexander, drives, free throw line, floater down the lane, good! Talk to me, Bone! Bone just did that all on his own, and he ties his career high.
Bob Kessling, Learfield IMG College on the call. Bone finishes with 27 points as the Volunteers took the lead with 12 minutes left in the first half and never trailed again en route to an easy 71-52 victory. Big upset in the Big Ten. Exactly 1 month ago, Indiana stunned Michigan State on the road in overtime, and today the Hoosiers pulled it off again, this time at home, rallying past the Spartans 63-62, behind 24 points from Justin Smith. It's Indiana's first season sweep of Michigan State since the 2012-13 season. Oklahoma State led much of the game against 15th-ranked Kansas, but the Jayhawks would rally, ending the game on an 8-0 run. Kansas wins at 72-67. Wisconsin finds a way past Penn State 61-57. LSU 74-69 winners over Alabama. Florida State hung on to beat NC State 78-73. Virginia all over Pitt 73-49. Purdue hammered Ohio State 86-51. Wofford took care of Samford 85-64. Zion Williamson not playing once again for Duke, but no problem for the Blue Devils. They crushed Miami at home 87-57. Central Florida upset Houston 69-64. Texas Tech 81, TCU 66. In progress, Rutgers looking for the upset. They lead Iowa 50-39. 13 minutes left second half. 5 minutes left first half. Clemson 25, North Carolina 24. NBA, the Pistons all over the Cavs 86-55. 6 minutes left third quarter. NFL news, the Chiefs reportedly placing their franchise tag on Dee Ford and will listen to trade offers for their star linebacker. 3 teams reportedly emerged as the most interested in trading for Antonio Brown, those being the Raiders, Redskins, and Titans. I'm Darwin Zook.
DA here. Monday, it's Week 4 Alliance Prime Time. The DA Show, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
CBS Sports Radio.
Erie's home for sports. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender. Spring will be here soon, so if buying a new home is on your to-do list, right now is the time to call Quicken Loans. Learn about which mortgage options make sense for you and get a jump on your competition. With our exclusive Rate Shield approval, the low rate you lock today is protected for up to 90 days while you shop for your new home. With a Rate Shield approval, if rates go up, your low rate stays locked. But if rates go down, you get that new, even lower rate. Either way, you win. Talk to us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com to take advantage. Here's another great reason to work with us. For a record 9 years in a row, J.D. Power has ranked Quicken Loans highest in the nation in customer satisfaction for primary mortgage origination. Again, to lock in today's low mortgage interest rate and get the security of our exclusive Rate Shield approval, call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
For J.D. Power award information, visit jdpower.com. Rate Shield approval only valid on certain 30-year fixed-rate loans. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. License in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
We try to make healthy choices, but do you ever choose the air you breathe? Now you can, with a complete indoor air quality package from Wave Home Solutions. Included is the Wave Smart Ventilation Unit with computerized sensor control and app to reduce moisture, mold, odors, and insect infestation from your basement or crawl space. It also expels harmful gases such as radon, carbon monoxide, and other pollutants. Addressing the worst air in your home will transform the entire house. Add the Wave 6-stage hospital-grade air purifier, the only one with HEPA filtration, 2 UV lamps, and other processes for a 99% kill rate of a broad range of pollutants and allergens. The Wave Indoor Air Quality Package will make your home a drier, cleaner, and healthier one all year round. It's time you choose the air you breathe. Choose Wave Home Solutions. Call 888-979-WAVE. That's 888-979-WAVE. Or visit dryhousenow.com. dryhousenow.com.
Wave Home Solutions for a healthy, comfortable home.
Do you know someone with a disability who would like to live independently, but they've told themselves they can't? Then they need to call Voices for Independence at 814-874-0064. Voices for Independence teaches independent living skills and serves as an ongoing resource for independent living. They're also one of the area's leading trainers of personal care attendants, often a key to independent living. The important thing to remember is that if you have a disability and want to take charge of your life and live on your own, you need to give Voices for Independence a call, 814-874-0064. Find out how hundreds of people with disabilities are already living independently with the help of Voices for Independence. For more information, contact Darlene at 814-874-0064. That's 814-874-0064. Or visit the website of Voices for Independence.
If you're a young person and you're scared that you just can't keep dealing with the drama and the judgment and the chaos at home or at school, if you're concerned about the choices that you're making, if you're worrying about the relationships in your life, maybe you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, and you're feeling all alone, we want you to know that there's someone out there. There's free help for you that's confidential. You can call 456-SAFE anytime, day or night, and there's someone on the other end of the phone that will talk you through that. We can help you figure out what your options are. We can help you feel better, and most importantly, you won't be alone. If you're listening to this and you're concerned about a young person in your life, give us a call. Call us at 456-SAFE so that we can talk to you about your concerns about the young person in your life and make sure that you can get them the help that they need so that they can get back to the things that are important, doing well in school, being with their family, and looking forward to a better tomorrow. There's free help for you that's confidential. This is Dr. Mandy Fauble with Safe Harbor Behavioral Health of UPMC Hammett.
Last year, nearly 1 million innocent Pennsylvanians became victims of crime, sexual assault, crimes against children, and other crimes that are unacceptable in our community. These crimes are not your fault. You deserve our understanding, compassion, and respect. The Crime Victims Center of Erie County works every day to help children, women, and men hurt by crime. Our services include resources for victim compensation, restitution, counseling, court advocacy, education prevention, and support. If you or anyone you know has been affected by crime, please call the Crime Victims Center or go to cvcerie.org for help and support. For immediate assistance, call our 24-hour crisis hotline at 1-800-352-7273. It is the Crime Victims Center mission and goal to help victims move beyond and rebuild their lives. Help us reach every person affected by crime. Our services are free and confidential for the people we serve. Get more information at cvcerie.org. Crime Victims Center, helping victims of crime through advocacy, counseling, and education.
530. Erie's home for sports. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
This is the Jody Mack Show on CBS Sports Radio.
You make the call. Jody's talking to you at 855-212-4CBS.
Get together at this time each and every single Saturday here on CBS Sports Radio. Thanks for hanging with me, Jody Mack, with you for another 3+ hours. Hit me up on the telephone lines, 855-212-4227. Start with the Combine. We'll get more into the Bryce Harper signing and ongoing spring training baseball. Yeah, I watched some baseball today. This morning before I left to come up here to CBS Sports Radio, I watched at least an hour straight of the NFL Network with the NFL Combine. It was tight ends running the 40 while I was specifically tuned in. And Rich Eisen and the crew there, I think, do an outstanding job. Miss Mike Mayock a little bit. Mayock was good at that. This was his wheelhouse, combine stuff and leading up to the draft. And he was very good on their television coverage last couple of years. Oh, he was there. He just wasn't mic'd up because he's kind of busy being the general manager of the Oakland Raiders right now. So I miss Mayock a little bit, but the coverage, as always, was good. Eisen's great at what he does. And, yes, I like watching the Combine. Even though it's the same thing over and over again, guys just running and putting the clock on them and compare them to former tight ends and who this guy most looks like and the like. I think it's fun. If you're a football fan, you might be jonesing a little bit for the NFL. You've got football. You can get into the AAF if you want. But if you are a diehard NFL fan, you know that free agency is coming up in just over a week from now. They'll get free agency with one of the most ridiculous things in all of sports, the legal tampering phase, which is an oxymoron into itself, but it's that short period of time where teams can talk to players and come close to agreements, but you can't make them official till an official date and time, which I think is crazy, but that's a whole another story. But the Combine is a fun restart of the football season, looking forward to next year. And unless you're a New England Patriot fan, you know you've got to improve because your team did not win the championship this year. So I wanted to get your take on the Combine, not only if a player stuck out to you today, something you saw that really intrigued you or that you liked or annoyed you, but just the Combine in general. How important is it when teams prepare for the NFL draft? There's a lot of information that you have to intake on all the players, and the Combine is just a good way to get them all together under one roof and let them compete, albeit not in a football game, but compete in skills that you can then compare them to guys that you have to choose between. I like the Combine. I enjoy it. I think it's a useful tool. I think some people blatantly overstate the importance of it and will jump their evaluation of a player by leaps and bounds if they stand out at the Combine, or bury a player and say they have no chance to ever make it in the league if they don't quite do what they're supposed to do on a stopwatch. People overreact to it, but I do think it has value. I want to get your take on what the value of the Combine is and or isn't. 855-212-4227. Hit me up on the telephone lines. Pretty open to get it started. I'll get you in a good hurry if you buzz. JT from Alabama is up on CBS Sports Radio. Hey, JT.
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got to get some goats off of the property that I serve security on, but besides that,
okay.
Combine, I've been watching it all day. Yeah, I live in Alabama, man. Since but basically, my whole thing about the Combine is, like, if you know you're not going to do all the drills, why you even show up?
Oh, for a very important reason. I think you've been on hold for a while, JT, and I thank you for that. You must have heard me say this. Having talked to many an executive over the year, on the air, off the air, on the record, off the record, a lot of them have told me the most important thing they accomplish in their couple days in Indianapolis is the 10 to 15 minutes they get alone with the young man. And they can look him in the eye, and they can ask him what they believe are a couple poignant questions, and get a feel for what kind of a young man, individual, person they are. And anyone who shows up in Indianapolis can be interviewed by any of the teams. So even if you don't do any of the drills, the teams want the chance to also talk to you. So it isn't a complete loss. I'm with you. If you're going to show up, I'd like to see you perform at something.
I hope I can get another word in, but the thing is, like, you know, that's how the NFL works. Like, if you're you look at Dak Prescott, you know, Tony Romo went down with, the second week or whatever, and then he had to take over. And they're like, oh, well, you know, those are receivers. They don't know how fast they are, this, that, and the other. When you get into the pros, you don't know how fast you're working with right then. You don't know who you're working with then. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, dude, go ahead, go out there. And the thing about it, a lot of these quarterbacks don't know, like, the lower you go in the draft, it being the first round, the better situation you get to. What happened to Aaron Rodgers? He had to sit for a little bit, but he's probably one of the like best quarterbacks that we know. Besides Tom Brady, he had to sit for a little.
It's time for Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 is proud to be the new home of Erie Otters Hockey. Now let's go live and join the voice of the Erie Otters, Aaron Cooney.
Playoff push for the Erie Otters, their final 10 games of the regular season, and it was a Midwest Division showdown against the Guelph Storm Wednesday night at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Erie Otters will take points as they come. 1, 2, it doesn't matter because the team they're chasing down sits just 4 points ahead of them going into this hockey game Wednesday night. The Otters would open the scoring at 9:34. Matthew McDougall with his third goal in 4 games. 1-0 Erie, and things seem pretty good.
A pass blocked by Erie, and a break for the Otters as Yetman cruises into the zone right side. Hands off across the zone. Rich shot scores! McDougall scores! And the Otters take the lead 1-0.
It would be 1-0, but a short-lived 1-0 lead as the Guelph Storm would get it right back 48 seconds later on a goal from Isaac Ratcliffe. Who else? As he would notch his 9th goal in his last 4 games to even us at 1.
Here's Nick Suzuki, around one man, walks on, dances it off, and it's chipped into the net by Ratcliffe.
That would make it 1-1. The Ratcliffe goal, part of a 3-goal answer to the Erie Otters' opening goal. They would take a 3-1 lead on this power play goal from Dmitry Samorukov on the power play, with just 37 seconds left in the first frame.
Held in by the Storm. It's Nichnar setting things up again. Knocked off his skates, but Toropchenko follows up. They get to Samorukov. Another drive, and he scores. Traffic in front. Samorukov with a broken nose and 10 stitches and all from last night's hockey game. Blows one past the Otters, and it's 3-1.
3-1 after one, and you know what? Maybe that's just where the Otters want their opposition. Trailing going into the next period, the Otters begin to chip away. At 8:43, Joe Mack with goals in 2 straight hockey games now. He would bring the Otters within 1, netting his 9th this season.
Henry now, his opportunity. That's off of Bonnie. Pops to the near side corner. Sproul now to Hoffman. Dances around one. Knocked off his skates. And here he holds in from the blue line. Drysdale's open. Right side. Wrist shot. Scores! Joe Mack had the stick down. Drysdale finds him. And Joe Mack has his 9th of the season. And the Otters are within 1. It's 3-2 Guelph.
Head of the third period where the Erie Otters lead the Ontario Hockey League with 7 victories when trailing after 2 periods. And they would take it late till just 1 minute and 45 seconds left before Maxim Golan would come through in the clutch, tying this game at 3.
2 minutes to play from the Erie Insurance Arena 3-2 hockey game. Still tied up. Squirts loose to the circles. Found here, but the Otters nearly took it away. They'll have to rattle it off the boards. Not out. Drysdale holds in. Down for Yetman. On in front. Goal line. Scores! Somebody, oh my mama. We're all tied at 3. Max Golan with 1 minute 45 left.
You would head to overtime. The Otters would get a point, but the comeback would fall just 1 piece short, 1 goal short. As controlling most of the play during the overtime period, the Guelph Storm would take over. And as they would take a minute in, a whole shift for their top line. Off goes Suzuki, Ratcliffe, and Samorukov. And they'll shuffle it on to Liam Howe as he will find Cedric Ralph for the overtime winner.
As he drops it off for Liam Howe to sidestep one man into the zone. Is joining in Cedric Ralph. Howe on across. Ralph getting across. A piece of it for CC, but it trickles in. The Storm take it in overtime 4-3 as Cedric Ralph's 17th of the year beats the Erie Otters 4-3. Your final.
The Otters would get a point out of it against the Guelph Storm team that has been loaded up and revamped for a postseason championship run. But you'll take that point. And with that, a little help for the Erie Otters on top of it, because the Windsor Spitfires have dropped 2 straight games since Wednesday, falling to the Peterborough Petes Thursday at the WFCU Center, then going to Guelph last night and falling 11-4. As the Spitfires, just 6 games left. Erie trails them by 3 points, 3 games in hand. They could walk away the playoff spot with 2 victories over this weekend. Now, look at everybody. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. We got more coming up from you, and we'll also chat with Curtis Henry on the way. More on the way. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital are collaborating for cancer breakthroughs. We're sharing insights to help improve treatment times and results for you and your loved ones. For certain types of cancer, radiation treatment times have been cut in half and achieved the same level of success, exposing patients to less radiation and giving them a chance at a quicker recovery. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
It's brand new and a classic, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. This CUV delivers direct injection, turbocharged performance with super all-wheel control. Its dynamic design comes in great colors. Technology includes blind spot warning, lane change assist, and rear cross traffic alert.
Lease the all-wheel drive Eclipse Cross. Only $279 a month, 0 down, sign and drive.
And watch it turn corners and heads.
MSRP $25,025, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles a year with approved credit pay business plus tax, $599 paid at signing, includes first payment, doc fee, cap fees, title, and registration.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena, with the Erie Otters set to face off with the Sarnia Sting. Looking to chase down a playoff spot. I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show, and here this evening the Erie Otters, well, it comes right down to it. Final 9 games of the season, in the final month of the season, as we turn the calendar over to March. And the Otters have 3 games in hand on the Windsor Spitfires, who dropped 2 hockey games between Erie's last game on Wednesday and here tonight on Saturday, as an opportunity for 2 wins. And like that, Erie leaps into a playoff position. But even talking to the team, they know it doesn't really matter what other teams do. They still have to take care of business. You don't get in without some points. And Erie has the opportunity here against a team that is below 500. They don't have many opportunities like that with their final couple games, mostly against teams above 500, as the Erie Otters took care of business last week against the Owen Sound Attack. That was below 500, and same with looking to do again here tonight on this Saturday, and they take on the Sarnia Sting. The rest of the way out, it's all teams above 500 and 5th place or higher in their conference. London tomorrow at Niagara, at Kitchener, 2 against Mississauga. Kitchener Rangers back in town here on a Wednesday, and then home and home with the Guelph Storm to round out the regular season for the 2018-2019 campaign. So this is an opportunity when you look at it, a game that with the rest of your schedule, with 8 of the last 9 against teams above 500, you need this one. And for the Sarnia Sting, they want this one too, because they're still trying to make sure they're in the postseason. Yes, they have a lead on the Erie Otters and on the Windsor Spitfires, but at 2 points, they're still just 5 points behind the Owen Sound Attack, who are kind of struggling right now to find their identity. So they get an opportunity to move up in the standings, that they can find themselves on a bit of a streak. Let's take a look at tonight's matchup. The Marsh & Marsh Real Estate Services lineup. Cole Cece will make his 5th straight start for the Erie Otters. 6-11, 3-0, a 4.41 goals against average, and an .868 save percentage for the overage goaltender out of Ottawa, Ontario. Scratches for tonight include number 13, Elias Cohen, number 14, Hayden Fowler. News on him when we get an opportunity. Number 34, Jack Duff. Number 49, Luke Beamish. Number 74, Noah Sador. That brings us to our UPMC injury report. Fowler is out. He will miss his 40th hockey game of the season here tonight, and will miss half the season. He probably won't play tomorrow, but we're going to hear from Chris Hartsburg a little bit later with an update on number 14, as it looks like Hayden Fowler, who practiced all this past week in a regular line jersey, didn't have the non-contact jersey on, was skating with the Reds, usually that fourth line. This week during practice to get back into game mode. We will see Hayden Fowler most likely next week. Luke Beamish will miss his 35th game. You'll also get an update on him from Chris Hartsburg. It looks like Luke Beamish is, they're going to shut him down for the rest of the season. He will not appear for the Erie Otters the rest of the way out. Beamish is out. Jack Duff is serving a 2-game suspension. He went over the fight limit with his bout against Mackenzie Entwistle Wednesday night against the Guelph Storm. That is his 4th fight of the season. So he is out for 2 games. We'll miss the weekend, and a tough weekend to lose number 34. Across the ice, Cameron Lamore will get the net. 6-13, 1-1, a 4.49 goals against average, and an .859 save percentage for the former third-round pick, 53rd overall, by the Saginaw Spirit. Now here with the Sarnia Sting. As a win against the Erie Otters earlier this season, we stopped 26 of 28 back in January. Scratches for the Sting include number 12, Nolan DeGursey, number 14, Braden Guy, number 18, Nolan Dillingham, and number 39, Jameson Reese, who is serving an 8-game suspension. This is the 4th game of that 8-game suspension for a hit to the blindside hit to the head to Cole Koski of the Saginaw Spirit. Curtis Henry will, the rest of the blue line, will have to step up in the absence of Jack Duff. I caught up with number 41. We'll hear from him next as the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show continues. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Jerry just gradually got worse and worse. Our doctor said the only thing that could save you is a live donor.
Karen's husband Jerry had end-stage liver disease and needed a transplant.
Our oldest daughter said, "Dad, I'm a match, let's do this."
UPMC is the only hospital in the region that does living donor liver transplants.
UPMC saved all of our lives. My girls still have their dad. I still have my sweetheart.
I didn't choose to have my liver fail. I did choose UPMC.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. That means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Federal Credit Union pregame show. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters defenseman Curtis Henry. And Kurt, first I want to ask you, what is it with this team in one-goal games, coming from behind and going to overtime, that you guys have just found a knack for being able to keep yourselves in hockey games and coming out on top as well?
Yeah, well, it's a really close league, so we never count ourselves out of it, and we're always battling no matter the score. So third period we find ourselves behind a decent amount of times lately, but we don't give up. We keep battling, and it's gone our way. We got maybe some bounces, but ultimately I think we work hard and outwork teams in those times.
What is said in the locker room or after a period? So you look at the first period Wednesday night, you go down 3-1 to the Guelph Storm after they score the game's first goal. What's said between locker room with its coach or even some of the leaders on this group to kind of get the boys going once again?
Yeah, well, I think after that we felt pretty good. I think the goals, little mistakes that we knew weren't going to happen again, and we knew we could play with Guelph, so we just kept going and didn't stop battling and got to overtime, but unfortunately we didn't get to win, but it was a good effort.
I've noticed the last couple of games, it seems like things have gotten a little more physical. I've noticed a lot more of Jack Duff pinching and laying some bodies. You've had some pretty big collisions and some hits on the way through. Is it just that time of year where things get a little tighter, or is this part of the game that you're kind of adding a little more into it?
I think that's how we want to play all the time, but lately we've been showing a lot of passion. We really want to win because we need these points to try and make it to the playoffs. So I think it's showing a lot of guys true heart, and we really want to win, so we're throwing everything at other teams.
No Jack Duff for you guys on the blue line for the next two games, and some pretty critical games, as you know, going here with the playoff push. On the blue line, it comes back to some of the veterans between you and Ryan Martin, Jake Golden. How do you, as a leader and one of the veterans on the blue line now in your second season, control this, knowing you don't have a guy like Jack Duff, but there's minutes to be made up for you guys and even some of the young guys?
Yeah, it's tough to lose Jack for these games. We really need the wins, but I think some of the guys that are the other rookies on defense that are playing, they're pretty good D-men, so they'll step up, and some of the leaders will step up, and we'll be able to have a good game tonight and tomorrow.
So you got the Sarnia Sting here tonight. You guys control your own destiny, behind 3 points to the Windsor Spitfires, 3 games in hand now after they lost last night to Guelph. What's the mood in the room like, knowing we're right here, but we also need to take care of business?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. I know the guys have been checking scores and stuff, getting ready, but we just got to worry about ourselves, I think, and we'll be fine. But I think, we just got to worry about ourselves and take it to the ice, and we should make it.
All right, thanks, Kurt. Have fun here tonight against the Sting.
Yeah, thank you.
That's Curtis Henry, defenseman for the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital connect care managers and personal doctors to simplify your care and give you peace of mind. We're teaming up to make sure members with complex health conditions like diabetes and heart disease have a dedicated care manager working with their doctors to make sure they get the right care in the right place at the right time. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent, together for health, together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
When you have a great name you can trust, you know where you can get a great used car with guaranteed credit approval. Erie Auto Credit, the home of guaranteed credit approval 100% of the time. Stop in today or go to erieautocredit.com.
Sadly, crime can strike anyone at any time. The good news is the Crime Victim Center of Erie County has been here for 45 years helping all victims of crime, be it rape, theft, assault, vandalism, burglary, or abuse. Report any crime to the police within 72 hours to secure your rights to victims' compensation and restitution. Call the Crime Victim Center of Erie County at 454-9414. They'll assist you in filing a claim, and if you need counseling, contact them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not alone. The Crime Victim Center of Erie County can help. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
At ServPro of West Erie County, no job is too big and no question is too small. So when fire or water damage strikes your home or business, call on ServPro of West Erie County at 814-806-1987. That's where you'll find a team of specialists that's faster to any size disaster. So when the things that matter most are on the line, call ServPro of West Erie County, 814-806-1987 to help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
When you need a loan and you don't know where to get it, you gotta call Erie Auto Credit, Erie Auto Credit, and ErieAutoCredit.com.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters, hosting the Sarnia Sting. Western Conference playoff picture here, still looking to get itself sorted out, and a big one for solidifying playoff spots, or if you're the Erie Otters trying to climb into a playoff spot. Erie got a little bit of help. The path, I wouldn't call it easier, because they have to take care of business against some tough teams, including a Sarnia Sting team that can certainly fill the back of the net. But the Windsor Spitfires dropping 2 hockey games between our last outing Wednesday against the Guelph Storm and this game here. Windsor falls to Peterborough Thursday and Guelph last night. Erie with 3 games in hand has 3 points to make up for the 8th and final playoff spot. As Cole Ceci will get the start for the Otters, his 5th straight start, 6th straight appearance. 6-11-3-0, 4.41 goals against average and an .868 save percentage. As the Erie Otters working this puck in the right wing side as we get underway from Erie, Pennsylvania. The Sting will take this one, lifted up off the backside of their own man McGregor and fired into the Erie zone, an icing call. Now, sure, if you're tuning in on the broadcast, whether it's on the OHL live feed or on a Rogers Sports Pack, you notice those are not the Erie Otters regular jerseys. These are their commemorative jerseys for the Boots and Badges Erie Police versus Erie Firefighters game, at the charity game that they hold every year. So these are first responders jerseys they're wearing here tonight. Bear with us, as you can't really read what's on the side of them. But look out, here's Sarnia coming back the other left wing side. Played in front here off a leg towards Ceci. As Ryan McGregor almost bounced one off a leg and into the Otters net. Cole Ceci sliding across and also able to stop himself and comes out with a good stop. 37 seconds in his hockey game to keep us scoreless. So thanks to Plyler Entry Systems for providing us the opportunity for the Erie Otters to wear these jerseys and for sponsoring the Boots and Badges game. As we get back to action here, the Otters on the left wing side looking to work it out to center ice. A nice little move as off they go. Maxim goal on right wing side. Lots of stick handling down the near side. Swings it to the front of the goal, and that's off a leg wide. He'll find Matthew McDougall, however, and then in down deep looking for Chad Yetman, who crossed the 50-point plateau on Wednesday against the Guelph Storm. Career year for him with 51 points on the season. But off the other way goes Sarnia. They'll snap it in into the far side corner. Chasing is Jake Perreault. Perennial rookie here for the Sarnia Sting. A great season so far with 28 goals, 52 points, as he sits 4th in rookie scoring. And the Otters able to dish this puck out to center ice, and it's rattled right back into the area, and McDougall after it. Open point on the near side, and Perreault has to gather this in from his own end. Right back to center ice, Hugo Lavinius. Knocked off his skates. Erie picks it up in flight. Garrett put on the left wing side. Holds, waits, centers in front, no one home. And out to center ice. And go the Storm with Curtis Eggert dropping into the Erie end. And Jake Golden will take over there. Garrett Podubny now on the left side. Snapped along, looking for Daniel Singer, intended there. Picked off by Eggert. And he fires it back around the horn into the Erie zone. Garrett Podubny chases far side. Poked it out of midair, but Eggert will find it in the corner. There's a hat trick against the Erie Otters. That back in the first meeting in Sarnia. Lifted back behind the Otters net. Chipped near side, looking for McCombs. Out towards the circles. Erie can't get a stick on it. A shot on the way. And rising high, misfiring, Yakovlevich. Back down to the corner, they hold in. McCombs in front, tap towards the net just wide. And Erie can shrug it around the far side corner. Carry towards neutral ice, and Garrett Padovny head man for Singer on the right side, but they are at the end of their shift here. Singer will charge back behind that. Little juice left, wraparound attempt, and that made it on goal with the point man, and that one from D'Amato just stepped on. Couldn't get it on goal. It was blocked. Pass out to center ice from Sarnia, intercepted by Erie, as Ryan Martin trying to get into the zone. Will get across that line. Selin follows up down the left wing side as this thing bounces up the boards, but not out. Pitched back in further to the near corner by Martin. Marcus Gillard, who draws back into the lineup. Able to hold in. Now Martin, snapshot save made, rebound, hit, save, Lamore, puck still loose on the far side. And Erie sends it out to the line. Here's Martin. Angle it back down low. Fouled by the Otters. They come to the near side circle. D'Amato cycled along for Selin and once more behind the net. For Alex Gritz, he's put through the boards. Hanging there with Theo Hill. Selin will dig it out to Ryan Martin at the point. Head fake, wrist shot, save made, rebound, laying in front of Lamore. Erie gets another try, kicked out by Lamore. Great shift from the fourth line for the Otters. They'll find Daniel D'Amato, turns away from Hatcher, turns it towards the goal, trying to center out in front. That was blocked, and Erie still after from the near side corner. Finally settled by Sarnia, and Alexander Hogue will skate this out the center and float it in from center red for a change. Great shift for the Erie Otters to generate some buzz. Nothing to show for it. We're scoreless here, nearly 4 minutes into the hockey game, and in right wing side comes Brendan Hoffman. Sharp angle try off the side of the net, right from the goal line. And Sarnia gets this out to center ice. Tapped into the zone in the near corner. Drysdale chases. Martin gets there first. And send it around for McGregor, who hands off to the point. Nick Grima's shot through traffic. Going to get there. And Erie headman play. And we tap for Hoffman from Sproul. Couldn't maintain possession of it. Following up Joe Mack. His wrister off the mark on the blocker side of goaltender Cameron Lamore. Erie holds in. You send it to the near corner. And two Erie Otters chase after it. Trying to push it out to the front was Emmett Sproul. He was bumped off the puck. Joe Mack back after it. But it's Grima ahead for Martin. And then out to center ice, carried by Captain McGregor. Cruises towards Erie ice. And he'll work right wing side to the corner. Centering pass in front. Tapped away by Cece. And Erie backhands this one high to the air and out to neutral ice. We're scoreless here from the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters played on Wednesday. And Sarnia has been idle this week so far, as they made the trip. They're going to be in Niagara tomorrow afternoon as Chad Yetman brings it back into the offensive zone. Spins away from Cameron. Sends it on to the far corner where it's picked off and moved ahead by Yokolovich, but couldn't get out of the zone. Tap back onto the near side wall at the Sarnia Stings end. Perot can guide it out to center where Lavinius rips it back in. Off the stick of Sproviero, and Erie can pick this one up and march out to center ice left wing side with numbers. The defensemen jump in to make it a whole five-man unit. Erie chips it down deep for Yetman behind the goal. Looking for McDougal. He's got goals in 3 of his last 4 hockey games for the Erie Otters, and 2 of them on a power play. But the Sting can take this away. And working on left side for Hugo Lavinius. Centers in front, comes on the backside, ripped one off the crossbars. Perot thought he had the opening goal. It's off the bar and out, and Erie back the other way. Chaika's shot, save made, holding Lamore. But Jacob Perot taking the pass from circle to circle in the Erie zone, snaps it off the crossbar. Nearly made this a 1-0 game. Haven't had many whistles here so far in this first period. 14-14 to play as Henry tied up in front of his own bench after the clear by Sarnia. The Otters find it. Pass out ahead. That's picked off. Into the zone comes Reeser. Wrist shot. Glove save. Oh, the rebound pops behind Cece. And Erie can clear it away. That one dropped right into the blue paint. And the Otters able to get back. Take possession. Here's Daniel Singer busting down the right wing side. Lets a shot go. Glove save. Lamore right snares it with his glove and holds on. 13:51 to play in the first period. Scoreless here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Lamore 6-13, 1-1 on the season, a 4.49 goals against average and an .859 save percentage. Originally the 53rd overall pick in the 3rd round by the Saginaw Spirit in 2016, traded and acquired by the Sting this season, and defeated the Erie Otters in the meeting back in January at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena, stopping 26 of 28 in a 3-2 victory. As Erie chases the far side in Sarnia territory, Sproul is bumped off the puck, and the Sting back the other way. Here's McGregor with a man in front for Martin, just out of his reach. As they turn that from a 3-on-2 to a 2-on-1, and the pass just ahead of Martin. On that odd man break, here's Sean Josling. He's bumped along the far boards by Joe Mack. Josling dances away, gets to the circle, can't get a shot away. Martin has it back in front for Josling, and Erie knocks it off his stick. And Joe Mack pushes the pace the other way. And ahead for Emmett Sproul, looking to chase this down. Hoffman joins him 2-on-2 inside Sarnia territory. Hoffman, little stick lift, but with the puck, it's the Sarnia Sting. And they'll find a man out to center ice. And in right wing side, wrist shot, gloved down by goaltender Cece as he makes the stop from long range on Mitch Elliott. Just across that blue line, and Elliott with the rest of that group will finish off their shift change. Well, it's a Sarnia Sting team that can certainly find the back of that. Full of offense, averaging 4.02 goals per game, 8th best in the league. Stopping goals, that's kind of been the other side of things. 18th in defense, if you will, 4.33 goals allowed per game. As Erie dumps it back in, looking to chase after it. Brendan Sellon, his fourth line back on. They had a great shift earlier in this frame to kind of get things going for the Erie Otters. As the puck sent back to Erie ice, Jamie Drysdale tied up along the far side corner, and on top of the puck is Theo Hill, and now some pushing and shoving. They go after Drysdale, and the Otters quickly in to protect the 4th overall pick. Everybody's got a body. Kishnick's mixed up with Alexander Hogue at the face-off circle. Cole Cece just stationed at the blue paint. They'll watch as they sort things out. 12:35 left first period. We're scoreless from the Erie Insurance Arena with the Otters and Sting. Critical matchup here for the Western Conference playoff picture. The Otters trail the Windsor Spitfires by 3 points with 3 games in hand. The Sarnia Sting looking to hold their position in the postseason. They sit 7th in the Western Conference. 5 points behind the Owen Sound attack for the 6th spot. And a 5-point lead on the Erie Otters. With Erie on the outside looking in right now. I believe Erie's going to send somebody to the box here. It should even things up, I would imagine. Theo Hill kind of initiated a lot in that corner with Jamie Drysdale after Theo Hill was trapped on top of that puck, and they blew the whistle with it not moving. And now Drysdale's ushered over towards the penalty box. We'll have coincidental minors in 4-on-4. We're going to skate here. And a neutral zone face-off on the way. Back to action we go with a lot of room out there. McGregor takes the handle, works in behind the Erie net. Wraparound try, fought off by Cole Cece, and Jake Golden takes over. Tucks it out in front of him for his defensive partner, and the Otters out the center ice left wing side. Bounce off the far boards and run into by Mitch Elliott, and loose behind the net here as Hatcher can take that one out. And Elliott snaps it ahead off the skate of Hugo Lavinius into the Erie zone. Jake Golden pivots there. Flips it out to center ice, and on his horse goes Max Gola, trying to duck around the check coming from the Vancouver Canucks free agent signing of Mitch Elliott. As the pass out towards the line, intercepted, and McGregor goes the other way. He's planted by Curtis Henry. Down the ice he goes. Lavinius follows up, though. Hands out to the blue line. It's Hammer when the whistle sounds. He won't get a shot away because McGregor took a penalty. Curtis Henry goaded him into it. After the hit along the boards inside the Erie zone, Ryan McGregor didn't like it. They get the retaliator. So roughing is the call, and the first power play of the night belongs to Erie. A 4-on-3 power play. Here without their quarterback in Drysdale, who's in the penalty box right now. And usually Jack Duff's out there, not available tonight. He's serving a 2-game suspension, will be out the next 2 games. We're going over the fight limit of 3 fights in a season. As the Otters win the draw, Jake Golden puts it right back down the far side boards. Taken away by the Sting. They'll rattle around the glass and on down to Erie Ice. This will go. Golden, Podubny, Yetman. Part of this power play unit for the Otters is out to center ice. Goes Jake Golden. Cruises right side. Drops it off at the line, and it's knocked right back out to center ice. In they come once more. Chaika rounds out that 4-man power play unit. It's 4-on-3 for another half a minute. Golden at the center point area. To Chaika right side. Peter Chaika holds at the circle. Walks. Stick handling. Back to the point, then right back to Peter Chaika. Pitch and catch. Right wing side. Trying to drop it off down low. That pass was blocked. Golden hustles over. He'll hold in. Still in the power play here is Jake Golden. Right side, Garrett Podubny at the face-off dot. Floats it on in front. Bounces around to the goal. Off a post. Still battling away. It's towards the crease, and it's washed down as it crosses the goal line. Heavy traffic in front. Chad Yetman was pretty much in the goal at the time as he was battling away in front with Ashton Reeser. And as that puck crossed the line, it's immediately washed out. With lots of action inside the Lemoore crease. Ryan Harrison was right there. Johnny on the spot to watch the whole thing transpire. As this puck is rolled all the way back to Erie Ice. 50 seconds on the power play. It's now 5-on-4 as Jamie Drysdale joins the unit. Stepping out of the penalty box, and he carries the mail out left side. Hands off to Podubny now. Matthew McDougall on the right wing. Across the blue stripe and down to the corner. Trying to feed out towards the blue line. Knuckles it ahead for Drysdale. Then Garrett Podubny center point. Drags, fires, scores! Traffic in front, but Garrett Podubny lets it loose. And the Otters take the lead 1-0. Power play goal for Garrett Podubny. As it appears right now, and it will send it through traffic. It bounces off the post and in. And the Erie Otters open things up 1-0 here from the Erie Insurance Arena. First goal in 8 games for Garrett Podubny. As Chaika rifles one high back into the zone. Put back in down low. Henry takes a bump back to that keep in. Chaika finds it, walks the goal line, shoots it along the goal line. Stick saved by Lemoore. As the Otters look for this at center ice, it's Daniel Singer. They had to be bounced in by Daniel D'Amato. Foot race for the puck behind the net now as Daniel Singer crashes in. Cameron trying to move it. Singer plants his station right down below the net. And Chaika to dig it out. And once more the Otters control. Drag out to the front. Get a shot away. That was blocked. Laying down Cameron to take it away. Erie charges behind the net. Along the near side, Chaika gets to the point. It's Curtis Henry. Back to the goal line. And Henry walks in. Wrist shot. He scores! Curtis Henry on the give and go. Rips it past Lemoore. And it's 2-0 Erie. Well, Curtis Henry and Chris Hartsburg told me before the game it doesn't matter what happens around the league. Erie's going to take care of business. And using a power play and then a give and go, the defenseman to Emmett Sproul on the far side corner. Henry drives right to the middle of the ice and rips this one home for his 6th of the season. And it's 2-0 Erie. And this game has turned around. Imagine if Jake Perreault was able to net the first goal. He hit the crossbar about 5 minutes into this hockey game. It could have been completely different. But the Otters got a power play, and then Curtis Henry taps one in.
2-0 Erie, but look out. Erie coughs it up in their zone. Sparviero, wrist shot, save made, bouncing, rebound in front. Still loose in front, turning Perot. Off a leg, comes right to Sparviero. He tries to give out to the point where the Erie Otters pick it off, and off goes Chad Yetman. Gives left, following up though, Golden, backhand, save made, and the rebound to the far corner. Lavinius up the wall. Selin steps in front of him, man. The puck will come out to center ice, and a lot of speed on the blue line right now for the Otters with Golden and Drysdale. 2-0 Erie. Pair of goals quickly, back to back. Garrett Podubny on the power play, and then Curtis Henry after that. Erie's Chad Yetman leaves us out at center ice. McGregor takes over from his own blue line. He'll send this out ahead that goes off the stick, reaching is Curtis Henry to get this out of play. Deflects into the Erie bench, and we have a whistle. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena, the first period, the Otters with a pair of quick goals. Garrett Podubny, then Curtis Henry. 2-0 Erie in the first. Real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the Brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant. Located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the Brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. Garrett Podubny continues his career season, his 26th goal of the season. Playing in his 190th OHL game here tonight. That passes Nikita Alexiev for the most games played in Otters history by a Russian-born player. So he now leads in that mark. As Sarnia takes control of this puck, now off the center ice. Twisting is Calvin Martin. They'll snap it into the Erie zone, and an icing call results. Well, they look like they would have won that race to beat that out. And the draw comes on back to the Sarnia zone on the right side. And a 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters. Goals 50 seconds apart for Podubny and Henry. The Otters win this face-off. They'll drop it back down to the near corner. Battle goes there. Poked away by Sarnia, but Erie can dig it right back out. Joe Mack leads it down deep. Hoffman runs a man. Mack finds the biscuit on his stick. Up the half wall. Mack turns, fires, looking to go glove-handed. Lamore makes the save. Grab it right back as Elliott. Ahead for McGregor, the captain. And on for Martin, but it's taken by Drysdale on his own line. Poke check, nearly stripped of the puck. It will roll down to Cece. With Ryan McGregor now chasing. And Cece will smother this one in a 2-0 lead for the Erie Otters. It's been a tough ride on the road for the Sarnia Sting. It's 22 points, sixth worst road record. It's 9-17-3-1 in the Ontario Hockey League. As the Otters tuck it back behind their own net, jam it up the wall, and there's McDougall to find Golden, who makes this a 3-on-2, busting right through middle of the ice. Right side for Yetman. He'll shoot one. Glove saved by Lamore. Erie really testing the glove hand side of Cameron Lamore with a lot of their shot placement through the first 12 minutes and 34 seconds of this hockey game. As he snares that one, he's faced 10 shots already. As the Sting win this draw on the near side, Hugo Lavinius plays it on out. Off the stick of Perot to Erie ice. Digs it away from Jake Golden. In down deep. Sent on in front for Lavinius. Erie knocks that pass to the near wall on the deflection. Sent out the center. Max Golan spreading things out. But they try to launch it right back in for the headman. Erie guides it near side corner. Lavinius will find it after the play by Martin. Martin can take it right back for the Erie Otters. And he can lead a 3-on-2 if he has enough in the tank. Sends it on for Max Golan. Skate the stick. Walks in. Backhand save made by Cameron Lamore. As Erie, man just on, has the puck. Walks in. Wrist shot. And just missing wide on the glove hand side once again. This puck will sky into the air and end up out of play. As Peter Chaika just hopped on that shift change.
The puck bounces right to his tape. And he wires that one just wide on the glove hand side. Chaika stuck at 19 goals on the season. He hasn't had a goal in 6 hockey games. Looking for number 20 here tonight. As the Otters win the draw, here's Podubny. That one whistles high as well. Back behind the net to the near side corner. Singer twisting Chaika. Podubny after him. He had an extra pep in his step here tonight, passing fellow countryman in the Erie Otters history, Nikita Alexiev, with most games played by a Russian-born player. But look out, left wing side. Here comes Sarnia. Rich shot. Stop made as Tabak puts it off the body of goaltender CC, and Erie guides it behind the net. Tabak, that 6'5" frame. Then Kishnik knocks a man down along the ice. The puck still sits behind the Erie net. The Otters run into each other. Here comes a shoulder in on the Otters defenseman Henry, but Erie can carry away to center ice. Podubny crosses. That's a shot goal that carries along the ice wide. Erie tucks it back behind the goal. Greenman will pick it up there just in front of Singer. And on his center ice goes McCombs. McCombs sidesteps, 2 checks coming, and he'll head off on the change as the Otters finishing up one of their own. 5:44 to play. First period, 2-0 Erie. A pair of goals 50 seconds apart earlier in this frame. And here they come rambling right wing side. Alex Gritz snaps one towards the net. That was blocked. Picked up on the way by Selin and put down low. Now D'Amato swinging out to the blue line. Marcus Gillard just puts it right back down deep. Fall up Selin around the net to the near side circle. Selin turns, leaves it down again, and the Otters with the cycle going again with the fourth line. Drysdale looking to hold in for the point. He'll shrug it right back down deep. Tied up there by the Otters. A body on Alex Gritz at the time, and allows Hogue to flip this out to center ice. Ripped back out to center ice. That time by the Otters and dropped in by Sarnia. And behind the center red line we were. With 5 minutes to go in the first period, an icing call to the Sting on back. The Sting territory we go, and to the right side of Cameron Lamore. Joe Mack and company take the ice against McGregor, who wins 54.2% of his face-offs. Ryan McGregor. Sting played out to center ice. There is 19 in white McGregor. He'll shoot it in. Slowed a bit by Cece, held by Sean Josling. Tried to rip it towards the net. That was cut off by the Otters, and they headman this one left wing side. Emmett Sproul jams on the brakes. Steps away from Elliott. Sends it back behind the net. Where the Sting pick this up. They'll use their net as McGregor gets a little time and space to move it ahead for Martin. He's run into by Golden and able to maintain his balance as Erie rattles it off the glass, but not out. Settled by Josling, still inside Erie territory. Along the line is one of the Otters blew a tire. That was Sproul right at his own blue line. And Martin can chase this down. Emmett Sproul finds it. Trying to golf this one away. Has to take it back towards his own goal. Hands off to Golden on the near side. And some room out to center ice to skate this one. He'll cross along the blue line. Now walk across the zone. Rip one towards the net of Lamore. It was sailing high, but Lamore catches it with 4 minutes to go first period. He'll hold on. 2-0. The Otters lead. Power play goal from Garrett Podubny. Followed up 50 seconds later by Curtis Henry. And an important Western Conference matchup with Erie. A game in hand. Using here tonight against the Windsor Spitfires. They can draw within 1 point for that final playoff spot. As Erie sees one off the stick of Cole Cece and will hold on himself. And by the time everything's said and done here on this weekend, Erie could find themselves in a playoff spot. They win it back to the line. Sarnia in control. Now Perreault bounced out towards the blue line. Greenman's shot just wide. Hits the end board. Stripped to the puck by Perreault. And back behind the net goes Sproviero. Centers it. Goes off the skate. Right back to Sproviero. And he swings it through the goal mouth. Erie finds it along the near side boards. Played along for Max Golan. He's shouldered on the near side by Ashton Reeser. Puck still loose along the corner. Drysdale finds it at the half wall. Is down for Max Golan. Back out in front for Drysdale. Has a ramp off his stick, and it's clear to center by Sarnia. Erie tosses it in offside. They'll start to back off and make a change with 3:12 to play. As this one played ahead for Jacob Perreault. Second and rookie goal scoring.
Now, look out, Sproviero, twist, plays it out in front. That pass picked off. And off goes Erie to center ice. Good play by Garrett Podubny, the forward back playing defense. Chaika has it taken off of his stick. Erie taps it along for Garrett Podubny. He tries to shuffle it behind the net. It'll be found by Chaika. In front, had two men, but it's picked off by Sarnia cruising in front of their goal. Now Lavinius just shrug it out the center ice where Chaika brings it right back in left side. So swarmed by white shirts on that left wing circle. As the Sting look to clear out of their own end. Cameron knocks one down. Takes a hit from Daniel Singer. And into the zone it goes to Erie Ice as Ryan Martin turns away from Tabak. Shrugs it up the near side. He's hit by Eggert. This puck loose. That's headed by one of the Erie Otters on in front. And left the near side wall. A little soccer maneuver by Peter Chaika, the centerman. But with the puck, though, Sarnia will give it out to the line. Hatcher, rich shot through lots of traffic. Where's the puck? Turned aside, never made it on goal. Hatcher has it once more. Another rich shot, just wide. Tabak will find at the right circle. Erie running around right now in their own end. Another shot wide from Tabak. Luckily, they haven't hit the net much here. Back behind the net, Eggert again. Onto the circle, one-time shot kicked out. Cece makes the stop, and now pushing and shoving continues. That battle was all, the entire shift with Eggert and Brendan Kishnick. Penalty on the way. Eggert sent to the box. I don't know if Kishnick's going as well. One door open. And it appears here he's going to the power play once more in this first frame. 1 for 1 already. 1 minute 45 seconds left in the first period. And the Otters lead 2-0. As Garrett Podubny's power play goal at 9:47 started the scoring. And another roughing call. As a face-off, won by Sarnia. They clear off their own man, and they get another chance to knock it out of midair. Bat it back to the Erie line. We'll go by the clock. The game clock here, as Erie will have this power play. 15 seconds left in the second, should they not score. Erie over skates, puck loose to the near side. It's Emmett Sproul picking it back up. Josling will find it, though, off the stick of Sproul and rattle it back into Erie ice. This team is dangerous shorthanded, the Sarnia Sting. They lead the league with 20 shorthanded goals on the season as the Otters can break out of their own end. Yetman with 5 men strong. McDougal right side plays it to the front. And a sliding Reeser deflects that pass just enough past the stick of the Otters forward in front. McDougal again, wrist shot. That's blocked by Reeser. The final minute of play. Tucked around the boards. Sproul finds it left side. Sends it for Yetman down behind the net. McDougal all in the near side corner. Pokes it back behind the goal. Yetman chases. We walk out. Hand out to the blue line. Sproul for Jamie Drysdale, center point. Right side, Matthew McDougal walks in, gives down the goal line. Erie will back up, right back to McDougal on the right side. Wants to shoot, doesn't. Now lets it go. Misses just wide. They may have hit Reeser in front. And Erie can hold in with Drysdale on the far point, but they disrupt the play. It's out to center ice. Erie's going to reset here. They'll touch up and offside as Yetman didn't cross in time as Max Golan took the handoff at the blue line. And with 24.4 left, both teams will finish changes. Erie will bring on the remainder of that second unit. With power play time winding down, staying with the period, 2-0 Erie from the Erie Insurance Arena. Mitch Elliott has it. He'll blast it around the boards from his own corner, all the way out to center ice. And here's Franco Sproviero. Tied up along the far boards, and Erie takes over. Time for one last rush as they get moving. 10 seconds left in the period. Golden, he's tied up by Sproviero, still inside Erie territory. And now you just don't want to give up anything in the next couple of seconds. As 2 seconds, 1 second, tied up in the near corner, and the buzzer will sound as the Otters cannot escape their zone, but they'll leave the first period with a 1-0 lead. Goals 50 seconds apart. Garrett Podubny with his 26th of the season. And then 50 seconds after that, Curtis Henry with his 6th of the year. He leads 2-0 after 1. Coming up next, we'll hear from the head coach, Chris Hartsburg. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
It's brand new and a classic, the Mitsubishi Eclipse Cross. This CUV delivers direct injection, turbocharged performance with super all-wheel control. Its dynamic design comes in great colors. Technology includes blind spot warning, lane change assist, and rear cross traffic alert.
Lease the all-wheel drive Eclipse Cross. Only $279 a month, 0 down, sign and drive.
And watch it turn corners and heads.
MSRP 25025, 36-month lease, 10,000 miles a year with approved credit, pay business plus tax, $599 paid at signing, includes first payment, doc fee, cap fees, title, and registration.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
for fast bar perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Peachtree Square in Erie. At ServPro in West Erie County, no job is too big and no question is too small. So when fire or water damage strikes your home or business, call on ServPro of West Erie County at 814-806-1987. That's where you'll find a team of specialists that's faster to any size disaster. So when the things that matter most are on the line, call ServPro of West Erie County, 814-806-1987 to help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined at this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. And Chris, your team does it again. Come from behind, you at least get a point out of it. But even I think with that too is another slow start for this group. I know it's a habit trying to break and trying to get out of, but still your team finds a way to tie things up, get a point, and that resiliency continues to remain, staying in against a pretty good team in the Guelph Storm. When you look at Wednesday night, how do you take that game and learn from moving to this weekend with some pretty, again, critical hockey games on the way with tonight Sarnia and then tomorrow London?
Yeah, I mean, our game I didn't think was great on Wednesday. I thought, parts of our game were good at times and then parts weren't so good. And, I think at this time of year, right, it's about consistency. And, I think in order for us to come out and have an effective game from start to finish, like you mentioned, it's got to be our starts have to be better. And, when we're not prepared to play the right way right off the bat, we put ourselves behind. I think we certainly did that in the first period. And credit to Guelph, they came out hard. They played the night before, and sometimes there's a little bit of benefit to that at the beginning of the game, and certainly it showed at the start. But I thought our second period was better, and then obviously we found a way to tie it there late and take it to overtime.
And speaking of habits, and maybe is this one a bad habit that this team, even if with a bad start, they feel that they can come back and tie hockey games? Is this something that needs to be broken moving forward?
Well, I mean, you're playing a better team. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with coming from behind against a team that's locked and loaded to take a run at a championship. So, you're behind and you fight back. And I think, if anything, that's more of a testament to our group and not quitting in games and coming back. And, I think realistically, you look at our wins this year, I think, we don't quit in games. And I think, again, that had more to do with Wednesday where, we were down. I thought our energy level got better as the game wore on. And certainly we got rewarded with it for a point.
Casualty from that hockey game is you lose Jack Duff for the weekend. Suspension for going over the fight limit. I know it's kind of disputed on this side, but no, Jack Duff is the result for the next 2 hockey games. Obviously, Marcus Gillard, you have a healthy defenseman that can hop right in, but matchups
pairings, what goes forward here to this weekend with 2 critical hockey games without one of your best defenseman and one of the guys that's been around here for a couple of seasons in Jack Duff?
Well, it's just got to be a next man up mentality. I don't think we can, dwell too much on losing Jack for 2 games. The league imposed suspension is what it is. You can't do anything about it. And I think for us again, if our team plays right, it can make up for the loss of a valuable player. And I think that's where we come into play with our 5 men on the ice and doing the right things collectively. And we're in a situation where we're home for 2 games. We can manage ice time a little bit better being at home and who we're putting guys out against. And it's really going to come down to the work of our forwards anyways. If our forwards are ready to work and compete and battle, then I think that's where we get a lot of our energy from and a lot of our play from. And if we do a good job up front, then it makes our defenseman's job much easier.
I was able during the week to stop by and take in a little bit of practice after a meeting the other day, and saw on Friday with Hayden Fowler skating in a regular jersey, no longer with the non-contact jersey. Is there an update on him and even Luke Beamish as to where they are? I know last couple of weeks of the season, we now are into the month of March and time winding down, but will we see these 2 back in an Erie Otters jersey by the end of the year?
Well, I think Hayden, right now the plan is for him, he should be ready to go come next week. He needs a full week of contact to kind of see how his shoulder holds up and move on from there. And then with Luke, he's done for the year. I think it's pretty safe to say. I think it's just going to be a matter now of him getting healthy and seeing where he's at. He's progressing, which is great, and hopefully he can feel better here in the next couple weeks.
Your team, again, as it's been kind of the last couple of games, you got some help with the Windsor Spitfires dropping a couple of games. The Wellstorm did the Otters a solid last night. Now just 3 points behind and 3 games in hand. You can control your own destiny, and the last time you kind of had that opportunity a few months ago, it was in Sarnia, and it seemed like the Otters just kind of weren't ready for that weekend. Obviously, 2 months later, another crack at it, and the Sarnia Sting here on your home ice. How's this team ready to go, knowing the situation?
Well, I think preaching the importance of every game right now. I think it's we have to make do with our games left, and I think it's a benefit and it's a burden too. In the fact that we have 3 more games, it just means we have to play more in a condensed setting here, and if we don't take care of our side of it, doesn't mean much, right? And we can hope Windsor keeps getting help, or we keep getting help when teams play Windsor. But plain and simple fact is that we got to make up 3 points here, and in our 3-game stretch and it's not going to be an easy task for us. But in saying that, if our kids are really committed to it, we should have a good chance of at least pushing it and making it interesting. And certainly it starts tonight with this one against Sarnia.
No Jamieson Reese for them out with a suspension, but still weapons that are available to him with Hugo Lavinius and Ryan McGregor and so forth. How do you slow them down? They're still a pretty good offensive team, and a way for your group to find goals.
Well, I think it's going to be important for us to play a real simple game, leaving our zone and through the neutral zone and forcing them to defend and have to play that length of the ice in order to give them opportunities. I think we give them short ice, they're really good in transition. They take a lot of chances up front, and if we can manage pucks well and really force them to spend more time in their own end, then we should lead to a successful game for us. But it's going to come down to, again, puck management and making sure we're doing the right things when we don't have the puck on our stick.
All right, thanks for this, Coach. Good luck here against Sarnia.
Yep, thanks, sir.
That's Chris Hartsburg of the Erie Otters. More coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Together, Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield and AHN St. Vincent Hospital make it easier to get quality care by investing in new facilities close to home, like an enhanced emergency department, renovated operating suites, an all-new cancer center, and the Eastside Health and Wellness Pavilion opening in 2019. Highmark and AHN St. Vincent. Together for health. Together for you. Visit togetherforerie.com to learn more.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The modern Irish pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pre-game. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Few things hurt as much as a family or relationship that begins to unravel, and the longer it goes, the worse it feels. No matter how bad it seems, it doesn't have to be that way. There is hope. If you or a loved one needs help, call Family Services of NWPA today. Counseling is available for families, individuals, and couples. Take the first step at fsnwpa.org. Family Services of NWPA is a proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. 20 minutes in the books. The Otters with a 2-0 lead over the Sarnia Sting in a critical matchup in the Western Conference playoff picture. A great start for Erie getting underway. After one, I'm Aaron Cooney. It's the UPMC intermission report. The Erie Otters, Sarnia Sting, final time on the season. Teams have held home ice throughout this season series. They meet 4 times every year. Sarnia took both games at the Progressive Auto Sales Arena. Erie, they won in overtime here in this building back in early January, and 2 points here tonight would draw them within 1 for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. Let's recap that first for you as the Sarnia Sting, well, they would have probably the first best chance of the night. Hugo Lavinius, left wing side at the circle, slides it in front. Great play by Ryan McGregor, driving the cage. He took both defenders with him and allowed that pass to get through the Erie Otters zone onto the right wing circle, where it's picked up by not the guy you want to see open on the right side, and Jacob Perreault with 28 goals on the season, second in rookie goal scoring. He picks this one up and rifles it off the crossbar. That was in the first 5 minutes of this first frame, as the game would stay scoreless until the Otters did get the first power play opportunity of the hockey game. As Garrett Podobny, just on with his power play unit, kind of drags the puck from the left side point to the middle of the ice. After receiving it from Jamie Drysdale, and just rips it through traffic. It goes off the post and in. 1-0 Erie. 50 seconds later, that next shift, Erie again, great work in the offensive zone. Peter Chaika will find Emmett Sproul down along the far side corner. A little give and go as they go from Henry to Sproul. He finds Henry coming into the middle of the ice, right between the face-off circles, and he snaps this one past the glove hand of Lamore to give the Otters a 2-0 lead through 20 minutes of play. That's where we stand right now. Shots 12-8 in favor of the Erie Otters, as the Otters looking to exercise one of these games in hand and chase down the Windsor Spitfires. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Final from earlier this afternoon, London downs the Hamilton Bulldogs 4-1. Peterborough and Flint, they're tied at 2 after 1 period of play. Saginaw with a 4-0 lead on the Kingston Frontenacs. And the Sudbury Wolves lead the Oshawa Generals 1-0, and the other game going on tonight. Midway through the first period, Niagara has a 1-0 lead on the Barrie Colts. Second period coming up next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Jerry just gradually got worse and worse. Our doctor said the only thing that could save you is a live donor.
Karen's husband Jerry had end-stage liver disease and needed a transplant.
Our oldest daughter said, "Dad, I'm a match, let's do this."
UPMC is the only hospital in the region that does living donor liver transplants.
UPMC saved all of our lives. My girls still have their dad. I still have my sweetheart.
I didn't choose to have my liver fail. I did choose UPMC.
At ServPro of West Erie County, no job is too big and no question is too small. So when fire or water damage strikes your home or business, call on ServPro of West Erie County at 814-806-1987. That's where you'll find a team of specialists that's faster to any size disaster. So when the things that matter most are on the line, call ServPro of West Erie County, 814-806-1987 to help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra.
0 down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive.
What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue.
0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive.
The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert.
0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive.
Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peach Street.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Both leases 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Second period just underway. We drop the puck, off we go. Marin Cooney, thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night. Otters and Sting, final time this season, 2-0 Erie. After 20 minutes of play, Erie on a power play, a little wind down here, just a few seconds left on it. As Drysdale will pick this up, give right wing side, and Erie floats us out to center ice. And into the zone right wing with Joe Mack as he's poke check right at the line. Sting take this one, headman play, floats over a stick, and it'll result in an icing call as Brian McGregor couldn't settle that one down. So they do kill off that power play. Erie had 15 seconds left on it as we began the second. Erie 1 for 2 on the man advantage. Another pair of quick goals. 50 seconds apart, Erie scored in the first period to take this 2-0 lead. But they're 9-3, 1-0 when they lead after the first period. Max Golan on the near side. Big time battle along the wall with Mitch Elliott as McGregor feeds it around the boards. Erie's going to hold in with Jake Golden. Jammed right back towards Golden's blue line, and this one jammed away and an icing call on the way. 52 seconds off the clock here in the second period. Sarnia Sting 3-18-0-1 when they trail after the first period. We mentioned how much they can fill the back of the net. They have scored 5 or more goals in 22 hockey games this year. It's a third of their games that they have scored, a little over that, 5+ goals. They're 18-2-1-1 when they do score 5 or more. So that is the key, like probably any game, but this team, if you can hold them at bay, as the Otters launch one in left wing side. Gloved down by Cameron Lamore. He's going to hold on once again. And a face-off coming to his right. Erie outshot Sarnia 12-8 in the first period. Sarnia out a power play. Both of them going to the Erie Otters. You would imagine the next one probably going to the Sting. As it's bounced into the Erie zone. Golden to chase it down far side. Pokes it away from Jacob Perreault. And the Otters duck around a check and they break out to center ice. They swing wide left. Max Gola cruises back to the middle here. Passes it across. And that was nicely defended. Sent to the near wall by Sarnia. Golden holds in. Yetman furthered for McDougal. Bounce towards the front. Erie whacking at it, but covering up with the trapper is Lamore. And a face off to his left on the way. Well, the Otters will be back right here at the Erie Insurance Arena tomorrow evening. 4 o'clock start with the London Knights back in final time between those Midwest Division rivals. And then after that, it's just 2 weeks left in the season. The Otters have 7 games during that point in time, and then we play in a pretty busy schedule to round things out. A 3-3 next week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Erie Insurance Arena against the Mississauga Steelheads. And then they have the makeup game plus 3 others. And the one that was snowed out, you couldn't get the Mississauga for that road contest. So they'll play Tuesday, Wednesday. Tuesday in Mississauga, Wednesday back here at the Erie Insurance Arena, and then Friday in Guelph. Saturday against Guelph here at the Erie Insurance Arena to round out their 68-game regular season. Drysdale, he'll shrug it into the near side and peel off back towards the blue line as they get a man ahead of the play, looking to get out there. And we picked up by Eggert. Across the zone he comes. Drysdale gets back in position. Now Sproviero now trying to sharp angle try. Put off the mask, it looked like, of Cole Cece along the goal line. As Cameron holds in to Eggert. And Sproviero down to the ice. A stick broke right at the blade. Sproviero has the puck. A penalty on the way. It's going to go to the Erie Otters. A broken twig allow the Otters to touch us up. As the whistle will sound and Erie's going off to the penalty box the first time tonight. A roughing call. And Brendan Kishnick comes off. And the first power play try for the Sarnia Sting. 13th in the league at 20.7%. Scored 53 power play goals on the season. Erie's penalty kill last in the OHL at 68.5%. But since the month of February, Erie's penalty kills, 83.9% stick save made on the one-timer by Cece. That 83.9% will put them second in the Ontario Hockey League. If you're just looking at the numbers from February on, Erie is 5-5-1-1 as a record during the month of February. As McGregor trying to get into the zone, well offside with Sproviero, and the whistle sounds. 3 minutes and 1 second into this middle frame. It's 2-0 Erie Otters. The first power play chance off for the Sting. Erie, even with that PK down where it is right now overall in the season, 184 times shorthanded. That is the least time shorthanded in the Ontario Hockey League. Erie is well disciplined this year. And as the PK starts to pick up, this is a good recipe moving forward for this young group into seasons to come. But with the Sting have possession, shot from Elliott, bounces around. Erie reaches it onto the far circle to the line. Elliott gets it right back. Sting home, McGregor in front, Lavinius. Tapped it to the center point area. Erie reaches after it as Lavinius can run a little interference to protect the puck as they put it in front for the tap along, just wide by Johnson. He didn't miss by much either. Lavinius, right side circle. Right back, Sproviero. 4 goals in his last 4 hockey games. To the point, Mitch Elliott. Left side, McGregor, watched by Joe Mack. Center point again, shot on the way, bouncing puck save made, a rebound to the goal. They put it in. It's Lavinius, his 35th of the season. He finds the garbage on the far side post and pokes it home. 1 goal game for Erie. It's 2-1 Otters. Both teams cashing in on their first power play chance of the night. As that puck bouncing around the point shot, I don't think it actually made it on goal, hit their own man in front, John Josling, and that puck just bounced right to the tape of Lavinius, the left-hander in deep along the left side of the ice. Was able to settle it down, then bring it out to shoot it in on the forehand. And it's 2-1 now. 1 goal game from the Erie Insurance Arena. Sent back to the Otters zone. Jake Golden will pick it up there. Behind the net, he's run to the boards. Erie's Podubny can push it ahead to Peter Chaika. Now Daniel Singer right side. Singer with the puck. Guides it to the front of the net, looking for Chaika. He was turned around along the near post. Chaika bounced one to the front of the net. Jumping in was Golden, but he can't settle down the puck to get anything away.
picked up along the wall by Sarnia, and out to center they come. Eggert throws it to the goal. That went out wide and just past McCombs as Erie looking to clear. They'll jam it up the wall, but not out. Eggert drops it right back in behind goaltender Cece. Marcus Gillard finds Golden as Jake Golden knocked off of his blade. Helping out. And the Otters behind their own goal. Chaika finds Podubny, who can hoist this ahead to center. It'll bounce down, be reeled in by Hogue and dropped right back into the Otters' end. Almost 5 minutes off the clock here in the second. Sarnia gets one on the power play. It's 2-1 Erie. Marcus Gillard along the near side to Alex Gritz. Rolled out to center ice. Picked up in flight by Brendan Sellen right wing side. He jams on the brakes, and here come the reinforcements. Hoffman sidesteps him in. Stripped of the puck along the circle. Played up the boards, and Hogue takes over. And back behind the net, a little time for Jakovic. He's going to rattle around the boards and out towards the Erie line. Followed up here right side. Hale trying to jump to the middle of the ice, and he's tied up by two Erie Otters. Kishnick and D'Amato send him to the far corner. Spiked back behind the Erie net. Gathered by Ryan Martin. He'll send it along to center ice. Brendan Sellen knifed off of his blade, and he jams it right back to the far corner, taking it off a stick. Now Gritz ties it up along the boards. Brendan Sellen now. Quickly on top of him was Martin. And the Sting away to center. Dish it around. Kishnick pick it right back up on the other side of the defenseman. Throw it towards the net. Cole Cece down along the ice. Will slow it down and cover. The face-off coming up to his right. 14-10 remains second period. Power play goals aside, the Otters will have the lead. It's 2-1. Erie Otters over the Sarnia Sting. And on the draw, picked up. Rich shot, save. Cece stops Perot. He can turn and doesn't need much time to get a lot of steam on the shot. He let that one fly, and Cece makes a good save at the top of his crease. Another face-off. The Otters crash in. McDougall is trying to guide this one out. He's bounced off the boards a couple times by Lavinius, and it's followed up by the Otters' Maxim Golod, who finds it in the far side corner. Runs behind the Sarnia net and back up the near side wall. Knocked off the puck by Elliott. Loose out at center ice. And Elliott into the zone, hands off right. Erie on the back of Perot, and McDougall can take the puck away for a second. Turning in Perot, another shot. Saved by Cece. Wrist shot on the way from the point. Hit Lavinius right on the backside. Roviero finds it. And he works along the far boards, trying to get away from Jamie Drysdale. Stays with him behind the net now for Lavinius. The big rig, hard to move him at 6'3", 224. Hands off Perot. Travels back behind the net. Forced off the puck here towards the boards. Gets it right back with Henry on him. And still some room now as Perot creates a little space for himself. Back behind the goal he goes from the right side. He's bounced by Yetman off the boards. Sproviero finds it now. Angle to the line for Grima. Holds in, just chips it right back. Sproviero. Motor going to the center of the ice. Rolls off his stick. Erie reaches. Drysdale trying to sweep it out the center. Cannot. Sting still have it. Lavinius fans on a shot. Gets it back. Twists it on. Sproviero. Kick save. As CC knocks it to the far circle. Right back behind the Otters net it goes. Erie looking, love to get a clear here. We'll flip it up to the near side. Boards Golod can take it. Knocked down the high stick, and he'll float it out to center ice after the tap. Erie will try to make a change. It's the second period long change. Erie moving right to left as Grima tucks it back into Erie ice. Drysdale unable to get off him and Curtis Henry. They are the defensive pairing stuck out here now. Tabak finds the puck. Left side, put to the front by Reeser. Glove down by Henry. Wants to ship this out to center ice, and he will out in the air. Grima gloves it down, and Kagera Podubny will get it as far as the Sarnia Sting circles, where they start once more. Looks like they got one man on, and Golden. Drysdale has to stay for that Spence pairing. Deflected towards the net after the centering pass, and Cece makes another good save. Garrett Podubny to center. Drysdale dead tired. They got to get him off. Here's Garrett Podubny left side. Gets it in down deep. They will make the shift change with the final defense as Erie to Garrett Podubny at the circle. Followed up by Chaika. Singer calling for it. Chaika has it. Gets a shot towards the net. Blocked off a stick. Lifted up off the glass by the Sting and around. They pick it up behind Gillard. Walking in. Martin goes 5-hole save. Made Cece. Some of his best here in the second period. And the Otters back the other way. Singer looking for Chaika. He's knocked off his stick. Or off his skate rather. And Back to center ice, they come rambling. It's McGregor right side with Josling in front. Give to the front of the net. Wide open, Martin. Erie blocks the shot from the near side. Good recovery for Marcus Gillard to get back in front of the net. Get a stick down on it. 2-1 game here. Sarnia, they got momentum in front of the net here. Right back to the point. Holding, Cameron, wrist shot. Shoulder save made, and the rebound knocked out of midair by Cece in the far corner. The Otters, they're holding on right now. A lot of play down into their zone. That's my right. Sent right back in. McGregor finds it left side. Throws it back behind the Otters goal. Picked up near side. A little bit of room to skate as Evan Sproul head down. Charges the center ice. Lost the handle. Got it right back at center red. And into the zone they come. Sproul looking for the puck. Bouncing down to the right wing corner. He's planted hard by Elliott along the glass. Matt gives out to the point in the meantime. Now Martin left side. Waits. Puts it along the near side boards. Ties a man up. The Otters find it. And just bounce it down low. Sproul looking to get out in front for Hoffman. Sproul's going to have a chance here. Hooked up on his drive to the cage. And here he's going to go back to the power play. A third time tonight as Mitch Elliott got the stick lodged on the side of Emmett Sproul. And if you're Erie, you get the power play, but you can't take a shift off here. We mentioned how good they are on the PK, especially scoring shorthanded. And with momentum tilted in favor of Sarnia, it's going to be a huge opportunity for them if they can make something happen. The Otters really smart with the puck. There's a lot of energy for Sarnia right now. Drysdale after the face-off one. Erie sets up shot with the man advantage. McDougall on the right side circle. Gives to Drysdale. Almost ran into each other. Cross pass, and they'll find McDougall once more. Wrist shot. That's blocked. That hit Reeser in front and on out to center ice. Or that's the end boards and out of play. Face-off stays inside Sarnia territory. In a 2-1 hockey game. 10-14 to play, second period. Draw to the left of Cameron Lamore. Steered to the corner after the face-off win for Sarnia. Here he quickly tie them up, and they'll get the puck right back. Great retrieval to the corner. Drysdale holds from the point. Sends it across, looking for Garrett Podubny. That's intercepted. As Drysdale didn't get a whole lot on that pass. Martin comes back into his own end, and then will rattle it off the boards down to Erie ice. Cece has to play it here. McGregor on top of him. Able to dish it just enough for Jamie Drysdale. Protects his puck out to center ice. Flying now through a couple of zones. On for Yetman. Now right side circle. McDougall. He's going to back up. Erie's going to set up shot. Drysdale center point. Left side, Garrett Podubny takes the handle. Down to the near corner. And Erie looks for the wall. Podubny, the left-hander. Now Drysdale. Cruises right. Gives left. It's Podubny. Drags. Fires at a man in front. Knocked to the near side boards. Erie bounces this one around. That's Maxim Golov, but can't settle it down in time as getting enough of it is Reeser to bounce it to center ice. Erie comes back in left side. Garrett Podubny, 50 seconds left on the power play. To the corner, it's Drysdale in down deep. Around Greenman to the far corner. Protecting, shielding, hands off, back down low again. Yetman behind the net to the near side. At the corner, he'll find Garrett Podubny. Center point, Drysdale looks right. McDougall's open. Walked in, red shot off the mask of Lamore. Settles in the corner, Podubny has it. Half a minute on the power play left. Yetman, Erie 1 for 2 tonight with the man advantage. McDougall, now Drysdale, one-timer, scores! Drysdale beats Lamar, and it's 3-1 Erie. Well, a huge response for the Otters. That power play unit out there the entire time. They just send it out for Jamie Drysdale, and he just gets enough of it. That fools Lamore and beats him to the near side post. And Erie's right back up by 2 after Sarnia was really pushing the pace inside Erie territory. That power play comes just in the nick of time for the Otters. And Drysdale makes them pay. 3-1 Erie. Into the zone they come. Once more to back. Will chase down Jake Golden. Now Erie's doing this without Jack Duff on the blue line too. He plays a lot of big-time minutes and defensive minutes for the Otters and not available with a 2-game suspension. Or Sarnia hitting offense. They're without Jamison Reese for another 4 games after this one. An 8-game suspension to Jamison Reese. Handed down after his
Blindside hit to Cole Koski of the Saginaw Spirit a couple of days ago. Over a week ago. Here is an icing call to Sarnia, and with 8:15 remaining, the Otters jump back ahead by 2. It's 3-1 as Drysdale. That's his 7th of the season. Keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Face off in Erie territory. Otters power play 2 for 3 tonight. Put them back up by 2 on the Jamie Drysdale power play markers. Elliott steps into one. Hits off a few bodies. Pops high to the air at this near side face off dot. Erie unable to clear. Elliott hoists it right back in. Hill right side circle. Thinks better of it. Gives to Elliott. Drills one off the end boards. Right back out in front. Pinballs in front. And the other Singer can steer it to the far boards, and he's hit from behind. Head first he goes, and right back to the power play. It appears the Otters are going to go. Boarding the call, and Alexander Hogue will step over to the box. Well, back to the power play. Erie will go on the boarding call. Podubny, Yetman, Golod, Drysdale, and Matthew McDougall. The face-off to the left of Cameron Lamore. Erie's 4th opportunity tonight. Foul by Yetman. Sends it around the horn near boards. Drysdale and heads back to the point as Podubny holds in. Podubny for Drysdale, picks it up left side. Waits, twists, and he'll give it off to McDougall. Stop, man right in front of him. He'll try to drag it along the goal line. Here's Golod trying to jam it in. As denied by Lamore. Erie feeds it right back out to Drysdale. Tape to tape, Podubny left side circle, and they feed it across the zone. McDougall has it. Wrist shot, shoulder stop. And he'll settle near side. Nicely settled by the Otters. Garrett Podubny. Now look out. Played to the front here. Bouncing to the goal. Lifted up and in. And Chad Yetman makes it 5-1. 4th. And the Otters power play cashes in once again. A 3rd power play goal and a goaltending change for Sarnia. Well, the Otters nicely hold it in and just play it down in front, and Chad Yetman not to be denied. He got his 20th of the season, and the Otters are ahead by 3. Here he comes right back into the zone here after their 3rd power play goal of the night. That drop pass didn't work out. And Lavinius, Perot right side, rattles it off the end boards wide. Out to center ice. Otters reel this one in. 3-on-2 into the zone they come. It's Chad Yetman left side. McDougall, rich shot, stick save made. Just in Ethan Langevin to replace Cameron Lamore, and he stops the first one in a hand pass. His whistle. Four goals on 16 shots allowed by Cameron Lamore as his night's over in the 2nd period. He lost his last 4 starts for the Sting coming into this evening. And Sarnia finds themselves in a hole here in the 2nd period. Good play by the Otters, and it was all Sarnia the first half of the 2nd period before penalty trouble got them. The Otters back on the board. And twice, 3 for 4 here tonight. They work with the puck in the offensive zone. You can sense a feel of desperation from the Erie Otters. Trying to climb back into the postseason after a 1-year hiatus. Chaika sandwiched on the near boards. Down he goes. Podubny has the handle. Shoots it to the net here. Bobbled by Langevin. And then he'll pounce on it back behind the goal line along the near side of the cage. Face-off is to the right of Ethan Langevin. And behind the net, Colton Cameron takes over. 4-1 Otters. After Sarnia got on the board with a power play goal of their own, Erie has answered with the next 2 power play opportunities, scoring on both. Battle back behind the net. Out to the point. Locked it back in deep behind the Otters net. Charging to the near side is Calvin Martin. And on the handoff, it's reversed once more, looking for Martin. Pinching in on the far boards. Yakovlevich, and he'll hold in as far as Drysdale. Runs into Martin. Hoffman trying to work it up the wall. Pokes it around Yakovlevich. Gets back to skates in front of it. As Martin, nice pass on from McGregor behind the net. Battling with Curtis Henry. Turns it on near side. To the blue line, Cameron. Slides across. Yakovlevich just puts it off the end board, bounces back out in front, and here he steers it to the far corner. Once more, the Sting look for it behind the goal. McGregor nearly caught a man driving to the front of the net, and Sean Josling held in once more. Off the far corner, up the near wall. Cameron activates, he'll hold in. Henry chases far side as they're running again, making changes behind the play. They tie a man up, but they hold in from the point. Erie with it. Taking from the right circle, Joe Mack. And now out to center ice. Sproul will find center red. Shift his angles. Hands off to Hoffman. Still out here. Now Sproul centering pass. Looking for Joe Mack. That one on the deflection. Ramp to the far corner wide. Perot couldn't clear. Erie just shoots at the near corner. Golden activates. Erie making a change behind the play as Jake Golden takes over from the near side. Half ball in Sarnia territory. Bounces it to the front. Nobody home. Lavinius finds it. Holds along the face-off circle, spins away. Gets that motor moving ahead. Flying down the right wing side. Lavinius backhand try. Save made. Rebound in for the CC. Before they can get there, CC puts the trapper on top of it with 4:15 to go, second period. 4-1 Otters lead. That came down. Erie had to take care of their own business. And through nearly 36 minutes, they have done so. Face-off won by the Sting with whistle sounds. And we'll reset near side. Our officiating crew is brought to you by Visual Options. Ryan Harrison, Tom Sweeney are referees. Justin Tang and Ray King on the lines. Sting control. Hatcher puts it right back behind the net. First game in a couple of weeks for him with an injury. Returning to the lineup here tonight for Sarnia. Here's Lavinius to Hatcher along the near half ball. Yetman took it away, bounced towards the middle of the Erie zone. McDougal can find it, sidesteps a check and just prods it out towards neutral ice and across the Sarnia line where the Sting reset. Volley to the Otters line, where it's taken by Martin ahead for Max goal line. And look out, here's a chance, an opportunity in front, and Erie steers it just wide. Golden chips it back in. Now McDougal, the Otters able to poke it away from a man and get it right back from the corner. And it's Yetman in front, goal line, save made by Lamore, or rather Langevin, who came in to replace Lamore. My apologies. Elliott to center. He'll hoist it onto the far corner of the Otters' end. Behind the Erie goal, battle goes. Broviero. His pass behind the net picked off by Yetman. It'll be found once more on the hold-in. Back behind the net. Broviero down to the ice. Gets back up, battling with Ryan Martin. Now Perot. Holds from the circle, trying to bring it out in front. Now Grima just took it off from the handoff play, but it comes bouncing to Perot. Hands off. Here's Hogue. Off a stick. Thought it went out of play. It stays in, apparently. They had Cece dead to rights, too, on that opportunity. Grima back after to the far side. And the defenseman back up towards the blue line. Hands off left wing. Hogue waits, feed it towards the front. Glove down by Cece. With 2:43 to play in the second period. A little more pushing and shoving in front of the Otters goaltender.
But he makes the stop. Gets a little tap from Ryan Martin. 4-1 Otters. With time running out in the second frame. It's a 3-point night here for Jamie Drysdale, as he looking to become just the fifth 16-year-old defenseman since 2000 to record a 40-point season. Most recently, Ryan Merkley did that for the Guelph Storm, but others on that list, Ryan Ellis, Michael Delzano, and Nick Ebert. Heavy hit along the far boards as down goes one of the Sting, and Erie looking to clear as Henry again in the mix-up. Cameron, wrist shot. That one off a body high. Now behind the net to back. Another big body at 6'5", 204. At the half wall here. Egger gives out to the point. Cameron just tucks it along towards the corner. Throw him out in front. That one wide of everybody as the shoulder comes in from Yakolevic and knocked down Dan D'Amato. But with the puck here, twisting is Justin McCombs. Hands out to the back up top. Tie up behind the goal now as two on Curtis Henry to the near side. That puck freed up, moved by Gillard, directed out to center. Heavy check, and down goes Brendan Sellen, hit by Hatcher. And now Egger comes in. He's going to fight with D'Amato. They'll drop the gloves. And two that weren't involved in the collision end up dropping the gloves in a short-lived bout as they slide across the Sarnia blue line. But Dan D'Amato comes across after the hit from Kelton Hatcher as he caught Brendan Sellen looking away from the play. D'Amato came in and Egger came in for him. Each chose their own champion, it appears. But in a 4-1 hockey game, they'll sort this one out. Really, two guys, like I said, they weren't even involved in the hit. Ended up being two willing combatants, it appears, and I think all we're going to have is two fighting majors. And they'll close the doors on the penalty box. Or will they? It appears Erie's going to the power play. Theo Hill comes across from the bench. He's going to serve one, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4 to Erie's 5, and yes. There will be a fifth power play opportunity for the Erie Otters. Lifted right into the Sarnia bench. And some friendly fire there. And a minute 40 left in the second frame. The Otters can really blow this thing wide open for the end of two periods. 4-1 the lead. And with the power play 3 for 4 tonight. Draw to the left of Langevin. And hoisted ahead to center and bouncing to the Erie's right wing corner. McGregor ties up Drysdale back behind the Erie net. Pried loose. Drysdale hustles after it. Pokes it along the far side, and Max Golok can charge out the center ice with it. Stripped to the puck right at center ice, but it is worked into the zone and sent right back out. Erie finds it as a hit on the way from Elliott. Erie follows up right wing side. With Drysdale in front for Podubny. That pass was blocked. Loose along the far boards. Picked up by Chad Yetman. Settles at the circle now, walks in front. Gives to Garrett Podubny, final minute of play in the period. Right back to Podubny, cross ice, Mac Dougal. Walks right side, his pass goes off a leg, skips out to center, and Drysdale follows up. Jamie Drysdale with a 3-point night here for the Erie Otters. He has the puck and the handle flying down the right wing side. Drysdale drops it off.
tucks it out in front. Podubny shoots. Oh, that caught part of the iron. And the puck rattles off the glass as well and picked up by Sarnia. They march out to center with it. On left wing side, trying to float it on in front. Can't bat it out of midair, and the Otters will find it. Head man for Maxim, goal line. Hits the brakes. Feeds it across the zone. Right side. It's McDougal with 20 seconds left in the period. Podubny calls for it. In front. Here's goal line. Sends it back across the grain for Yetman. He couldn't finish it off. Sarnia finds it. They can't clear. Comes to Podubny. Now McDougal along the goal line. Backs up. Puts it out towards the front. 6 seconds left. Golden has it. Sends it on across. Erie gets a shot away. Bounces around off a leg. 1 second and 0. The period expires. 13 seconds left on a power play when we come back for the second period, but the special teams working for the Otters. 3 for 4 on the power play, and they lead 4-1 through 40 minutes over the Sarnia Sting. We'll be back with the UPMC intermission report right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Whether you're an empty nester or a new retiree, when it comes to protecting your health, you want a sure thing you can count on, and that's Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. Nationally recognized by J.D. Power for outstanding member satisfaction with Medicare Advantage plans. When you need great customer service, count on Blue. Whoever you are and wherever you're headed, when you need us most, count on Blue. Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield. This award is neither endorsed nor given by Medicare. For award information, visit jdpower.com/awards.
When you have a great name you can trust, you know where you can get a great used car with guaranteed credit approval. Erie Auto Credit, the home of guaranteed credit approval 100% of the time. Stop in today or go to erieautocredit.com.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
When you need a loan and you don't know where to get it, you gotta call Erie Auto Credit, Erie Auto Credit, and ErieAutoCredit.com.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the third play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, come on. Yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The new home of the Erie Otters. WRIE Erie. CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of OHL News presented by Bauer. Coming up on the show, we'll get an update on the red-hot Saginaw Spirit. They took over first place in the West Division, coming into this weekend's play with a big win against their rivals in Sault Ste. Marie. We'll find out more about the Spirit coming up in a moment. But first, this week's OHL On the Run Player of the Week is goaltender Stephen Dillon of the Niagara Ice Dogs. For the week ending February 24th, he posted a 4-0 record with an impressive 1.00 goals against average and .966 save percentage. He certainly had an impressive week and has been strong for the Ice Dogs all season, as the 20-year-old from Buffalo, New York, now playing in his 5th season with the Ice Dogs after being chosen in the 3rd round of the 2014 OHL priority selection. He also set a pair of Niagara Ice Dogs records in the process. With his 90th career victory, he passed Mark Byzantine on the all-time wins list. Meantime, picking up his 31st victory of the season, set a new single-season mark. Shifting gears now to the Kia CHL Top 10 rankings, and Rouyn-Noranda of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League remains the number 1 team in the country. The top OHL club goes to the Ottawa 67s at number 4. The London Knights are at number 6. The Sioux Greyhounds at number 9. And honorable mentions this week to the Saginaw Spirit and the Oshawa Generals. Well, speaking of the Spirit, they moved into the top spot in the West Division coming into this weekend's play with a win on Wednesday night in the Sioux. Joey Vitano is the radio play-by-play voice of the Spirit, and he joins me now to give us an update on all things Saginaw. Joey, right off the bat, let's talk about Wednesday night. A big win for the Saginaw Spirit in that battle for the West Division title with the Sioux Greyhounds, and going into the Sioux and getting a win, I'm sure was a great way for the Spirit to start out their weekend.
Well, yeah, it was a very impressive win Wednesday night for Saginaw. Came in and you look at the score 5-3, but really 5 unanswered goals there, and it was 5-1 all the way up till a couple minutes left in the game. And I was just really impressed with how little room Saginaw gave Sault Ste. Marie to operate, and really just controlled the puck from start to finish, and made it really difficult for them, and even frustrated them at times during the game. It was impressive, and as you know, and as most people know, Saginaw has been on the other side of that against Sault Ste. Marie over the last couple of years. So from a Spirit standpoint, it was nice to control a game against them start to finish, and certainly bodes well with 2 more games head-to-head against the Sioux, and then 2 more games head-to-head against London as well. At that point, at least Saginaw has the upper hand and feeling confident moving forward here as we go into March.
You talked about not giving the Greyhounds much room, and have you found that's really been a big thing? Well, at the trade deadline, we heard of things like, of course, Tippett and McLeod, and people think of offense, but it sounds like the Spirit are playing that all-around game.
No, they are, and when I think about teams that are deep in the OHL, on the western side, I think of Saginaw, and on the eastern side, in regards to depth, I think of Oshawa as the 2 deepest teams in the OHL, 4 lines deep and 3 pairs deep on defense, and strong goaltending. And I think that's what Saginaw has, and I think that's the advantage they might have as the playoff runs, as the season goes deeper and the playoff games start to accumulate, is that they're such a deep team. And even now with some pretty substantial injuries, like he was their leading scorer up until last night, Cole Kottke being out probably until round 1 of the playoffs. Hayden Davis has been out, but he's going to try to give it a go this weekend on defense. Caleb Everett on defense has been out all year, and yet Saginaw has been able to do this with, pretty much injuries throughout the year. You look, even Bodie Wild missed about 2.5 weeks there in late October and into November, and they've been able to put this all together, and obviously the additions of Tippett and McLeod at the trade deadline certainly helped, and in my estimation, on both sides of the puck. I think Chris Lasry has them buying into playing a strong defensive game as well. Tippett, McLeod I'm speaking of, and Cole Perfetti playing with those 2 guys on the top line. It's been incredible to watch those 3 guys on any given night. It's something special, and to see a 16-year-old score 60 points in this league for the first time since Travis Konechny did it, it's pretty sweet, and it's pretty fun to watch these guys on any given night.
We talked about the offense, we've talked about the defense. How about certainly Ivan Prosvetov has made a name for himself in goal with some of his viral celebrations after games with cartwheels and things like that, but you've had a chance to see him play game in and game out. What has he meant to the Spirit this year?
Well, he made a name for himself with those cartwheels, but besides the cartwheels, he's just been really strong. And for me, Ivan was instrumental. Saginaw had won 14 consecutive home games before losing last Saturday night to Oshawa 5-1. And a big reason for that was goaltending. And obviously, anytime you can string together a streak like that, you need to have good goaltending, because not every night are you going to score 4, 5, and 6 goals like Saginaw has. So Ivan's been playing really well, and even the games where he hasn't been perfect, those have been the games where Saginaw has been able to put up 4, 5, and 6 goals and kind of help him out.
on this run the Spirit have been on, you found it's really built a buzz around the fan base and certainly around the Saginaw region. This team going for a division title, taking a run at the conference title, and knowing this is a team that's certainly putting up some big numbers this year. You're finding it's sort of building that buzz around the community and the fan base.
100%, Terry, and it started with the trade deadline day, and the Friday we announced that we acquired Ryan McLeod from Mississauga, and then not long after that we were able to announce that Owen Tippett was coming over as well, and that was a Saturday night. We actually played the Kitchener Rangers that night, and we had about 3,800 tickets sold for that game on Saturday morning, and we ended up selling out with 5,600. So the walk-up was incredible, and I think obviously when you acquire two players like that, you're telling your fan base that, this is a year that we're going all in, and certainly Saginaw is a fan base that has stuck with this team through some tough times over the last 8-9 years. But certainly starving for a winner. It's been since the pro days in the 70s that a hockey team in Saginaw has won a championship, and Dick Garber and Craig Goslin have been committed to bringing a championship here, and just fell on some hard times and had some really good teams. If you look at the rosters over the years, they've had some really good teams that maybe have underperformed a little bit in the playoffs, and that's why they've never gotten out of the second round. But I think everybody believes that this could be the team that contends for a championship, and at least now at this point, certainly contending for a division title, their first one in 10 seasons.
That was Joey Bottano of the Saginaw Spirit. Well, that's going to do it for our show this week. You've been listening to OHL News presented by Bauer. I'm Terry Doyle. Thanks for joining us.
More coming up on the UPMC Intermission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As a CEO, I want the best from our employees. In return, they want the best from their company, especially when it comes to their health benefits. That's why we choose UPMC Health Plan. It gives our employees in-network access to the best doctors and hospitals, including the world-class care of UPMC. And the best part? It's affordable for all of us.
For the quality, affordable coverage your company deserves, here's the plan, UPMC Health Plan.
Meet you at Molly's before the game, after the game, or for the game. The Modern Irish Pub is the Otters away game headquarters with live stream broadcast. Molly Brannigan's hospitality is rivaled only by her cooking. Our new menu features the finest homemade Irish fare, along with a wee bit of the unexpected. Happy hour is the perfect pregame. Score with buy one, get one appetizers and discounted drinks. And don't forget to try our Otters signature sandwich, the ultimate fan food. Molly Brannigan's, just north of Perry Square on State.
Every time you enter the doors at New Motors, you're guaranteed to find the most experienced team in town. They understand the value of teamwork, provide great customer service, fight to get you the best price, and at the end of the day,
outstanding customer service is our goal.
Only at New Motors.
When you visit, remember, tell them Larry sent you.
Welcome to Tim Hortons.
I'll take a coffee and...
How about a bagel breakfast sandwich? They're just 2 for $4.
Oh, I like that.
Freshly prepared with savory sausage, fluffy egg, and melted cheese on a freshly baked bagel. Just 2 for $4.
I like that. I just fist bumped your speaker.
Oh, I just fist bumped you back.
Get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese breakfast sandwiches on a plain bagel or English muffin for just $4. Or mix and match for $4. Great quality at a great value. It's all good at Tim Hortons. No substitutions or additions, limited time only at participating restaurants.
Few things hurt as much as a family or relationship that begins to unravel, and the longer it goes, the worse it feels. No matter how bad it seems, it doesn't have to be that way. There is hope. If you or a loved one needs help, call Family Services of NWPA today. Counseling is available for families, individuals, and couples. Take the first step at fsnwpa.org. Family Services of NWPA is a proud sponsor of the Erie Otters.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. 40 minutes in the books. Otters extend their lead. They're seeing it cut in half 2 more power play goals. They make it 4-1 through 2 periods of play. I'm Aaron Cooney. Welcome you inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Let's recap it for you. The Otters jumped to a 2-0 lead in the first period. Goals 50 seconds apart for Garrett Podubny, a power play goal. And then Curtis Henry at 10:37. 2-0 Erie after 1. Head to the second. As the Sarnia Sting, they get their first power play chance of the night. And at 3:57, Hugo Lavinius would cut the lead at half to 2-1. And it was all Sarnia Sting for the next 7 minutes or so until midway through, and another penalty taken by the Sting as off goes Mitch Elliott for hooking at 9:33. And the Otters cash in on the power play. Jamie Drysdale with his 7th of the season. Erie takes a 3-1 lead. Then at 12:42, another power play for the Erie Otters. Chad Yetman with his 20th of the year. 20-goal scorer, Chad Yetman, first time in his OHL career. He's also got a 2-point night, another multi-goal game for Yetman. 4-1 Erie through 40 minutes of play. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by the Sheraton Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best. Final from earlier today, London downs the Hamilton Bulldogs 4-1. Games in action right now. Peterborough 5-2 lead over the Flint Firebirds. Saginaw 6-0 lead on the Kingston Frontenacs. Sudbury a 4-2 lead on the Oshawa Generals. And the Barrie Colts coming from behind 2-1. They lead the Niagara Ice Dogs in the second period. We got more coming up. Third is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Okay, we're going to keep this quick.
Because at Blaze Pizza,
artisanal quality at crazy fast speed is what we're all about.
Fresh dough made from scratch daily.
Walk the line and choose any toppings you'd like.
It's all one price.
Then it's just 180 seconds in our blazing hot oven
for fast fire perfection.
That's Blaze Pizza. Sound good?
Then come check us out and build your own pizza at Blaze Pizza.
Peachtree Square in Erie.
Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. Where are we? The answer is right here, in your hometown, in your neighborhood, in your community. We are here offering 2-year degrees in workforce development where is needed the most. With evening classes, our students can balance life and work without having to leave their community. Visit regionalcollegepa.org for our degree options and application process. Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. This could change everything.
Love where you live? Find yourself here with NPRC and enroll for spring 2019.
Sadly, crime can strike anyone at any time. The good news is the Crime Victim Center of Erie County has been here for 45 years helping all victims of crime, be it rape, theft, assault, vandalism, burglary, or abuse. Report any crime to the police within 72 hours to secure your rights to victims' compensation and restitution. Call the Crime Victim Center of Erie County at 454-9414. They'll assist you in filing a claim, and if you need counseling, contact them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not alone. The Crime Victim Center of Erie County can help. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. 40 minutes in the books. Kicking off with the third. I'm Aaron Cooney. Thanks for joining us here. Erie with a 4-1 lead over the Sarnia Sting in this crucial Western Conference battle. As time winds down on this power play, out of the box comes Hill, and the Otters still hold in. Drysdale looking for it on the near side wall. Bumped along. After it is Joe Mack. Hoffman chases Sproul, able to poke that away. Comes up with it, gives it out in front, and Erie couldn't get the stick on it. Just too much on it for Joe Mack on that pass. As Sarnia right back into the Erie zone now. Looking for McGregor. Tap to the net, just wide. As following up was Kelton Hatcher. Lavinius finds it. He'll find Josling on the far corner inside Erie territory. As this thing want to get work in here to get this comeback pitch. Sharp angle try, sticked away by Cece. Another one floated to the net off a stick high and wide. Lavinius will find it. He's knocked down off of his skates. Shoved there by the Otters' Curtis Henry and found once more by the Sting to fire around the horn into Erie ice a minute into this third frame. 4-1 the score. Between them, we traded 4 power play goals. Here's Yetman dancing into the offensive zone. That's taken off of his stick, and Lavinius leads the march the other way. Can't get across the Erie line. Lavinius takes over, ducks around from one Erie Otter, walks in left wing side. 3 Otters swerve him, take the puck, but Grima has it from point. His shot stopped by Cece. And he'll hold on. Minute and 21 seconds in. Shots through 2 periods, 20-19 in favor of the Erie Otters. The draw will be to the right of Cole Cece. Looking for his 7th win on the season. As the Otters dish it near side, off the boards, and nobody can pick it up. It's blasted in further by Nolan Burke. On the far wall. I think if I'm not mistaken, Burke's first shift of this hockey game here in the third period. As Erie tucks it up the near side wall, that'll deflect off the stick of McDougall, and it's thrown right back in by Reeser, and Erie holds it behind their own goal. Only the 6th time this season that Erie has had a lead after 2 periods on home ice. 4-0-1 in that instance. Erie looking to give in front the near side. That bounces off a stick as Chaika chases after it. Golod now further. Cameron looking to clear. Taken away by Erie 77, Max Golod. Fresh bodies on. Swing it in front. Off a leg wide. Chased down to the near side. There's Chaika. He puts a bump onto a man. Followed up by Sproviero and on towards neutral ice. And flip it around Kishnik as Garrett Podobny to chase it down near side in his own territory. He'll leave it up the near boards. The Otters out to center ice. Hoisted in by Curtis Henry. That'll drop off the end of the netting. The faceoff will come out to neutral ice after the Otters shoot that in. 17:27 to play third period. Sarnia, they don't have a come from behind victory when trailing after 2 periods. 26 2-0. And a critical one here in the bottom of the Western Conference playoff picture. Erie 3 points behind the Windsor Spitfires. This could draw them within 1 of a playoff spot. And even with saying so, it is a 4-point game, if you will. This will put Erie within 3 points of the Sting for the 7 seed. If they can hold on to this 3-goal lead. Podobny, his shot off the leg. Look how it trickles on goal. Langevin calmly scoops it up out of midair. He'll hold on in the draw towards his left. Sting do have 6 games after this. They'll play 4 teams above 500, 2 below 500 the rest of the way out. So try to track down the Owen Sound attack. Pass towards the front, back to Erie ice. Glove down by Hatcher as Hoffman can reach and reel this on in and pushing it ahead for Emmett Sproul, 1-on-1 into the zone. Feed up and thrown to the ice by Elliott and steered out to center ice. Here's Martin. Right in front of the Erie bench. Bounced around, flown in on goal. Left to the near side circle. There's Drysdale for the Otters. He'll skate behind his own net with Josling on his back. Leaves it up the boards. Fired right back to the near side corner. And it'll be held in by Sarnia once more. McGregor behind the goal. Watched by Drysdale. Ryan Martin, his defensive partner right now. Up the far side wall. Still in control. It is McGregor. He'll fire on the backhand down deep looking for Perreault. Martin steps in front of him but ties him up. Erie jams it around the horn, a free puck. Up the near side wall. Hatcher holds in. And back behind the goal we go. Centered out in front. Bouncing puck. Joe Mack can move it ahead. And off go the Otters to center ice. Ladled ahead from center ed by Sproul. It'll drop to the near corner. Erie finishes off a shift change here. 4 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock in this final period of play. Loose out at center. Grima right side. Chip and chase. He will stay in on the forecheck as the Otters can pick it up out of the near corner. Directed up the wall, but not out. Henry's got another opportunity with it. Run into by Nolan Burke, and it stays deep inside Erie territory. Jake Golden finds it behind his net. He's got some room to skate and carry this out of danger. And out to center ice here, forcing the issue. Right side, Erie offside. Whistle sounds as Goldlaw looked to get a step across that line. Erie's whistled. 15:24 to go, third period. And it seems like things have tightened up just a little bit. After you tuned in for the second period, it was all Sarnia the first half. Cole Ceci did just enough for the Otters to bail them out, keep them with a 1-goal lead when Sarnia really turned things on. And after a power play, the Otters able to cash in on, able to regain control of this hockey game and have a 3-goal lead to work with. 3 power play goals for Erie here tonight. Brought back into the Otters zone, poked the line but not out. Held in, floated towards the net, gloving it down. CC makes the save. 5 minutes and 5 seconds off the clock in this third frame. London Knights picking up the victory earlier today over the Hamilton Bulldogs, and they'll make their way into Erie. Tomorrow afternoon, the final meeting between the two. With a free post-game skate for Otters fans in attendance with the team. Sunday as a backhand shot right off the draw. Josling's denied by CC, and a bouncer towards his post. He'll cover up once again. And the draws to the left of Ceci. Bounce around in the slot. Chipped to the near side by Johnson. Off the boards, Otters settle it down. Joe Mack defensively. And on ahead, here's Jake Golden. Ducks around the check of Hatcher. Leaves it in down deep. Elliott gets there first. Shoved by Hoffman, but moves the puck around the boards for Lavinius to carry to center. Launch it on in. That's snared by CC. He'll hold on once again. With 14:30 to go. CC calmly the overager. They'll take the whistles as they can. Will not allow Sarnia to get much momentum in the offensive zone. They were certainly forechecking the Otters early in that second frame. As Lavinius off the draw, wrist shot, kick save by CC. Rebound to the far boards, lifted out towards the neutral zone area. Lavinius throws it right back in. 5th straight start for Cole Ceci. He has stopped 22 so far. And out to center ice comes Joe Mack. Stops up, gives out the Hoffman, right side circle, lots of room, walks in, backhand, tries save, made a rebound to the goal, and Garrett put up, they couldn't tuck it in. On the right side, half wall, McGregor leads the march back the other way for Sarnia. Hands off across, loose near side, reaching ahead and poking that puck away was goaltender Ceci as the Otters floated head to center ice. Elliott finds it at his own circle as Podubny couldn't put it onto the tape for Daniel Singer. Lavinius cruises through center ice into the Erie zone. Drysdale able to work it around his own boards. Found once more by Perreault. Feeds it out to the line. Held by Grima. And just chipped in back deep. Drysdale will pick it up there. Sproviero on his back. Drysdale trying to charge out the right wing side. Kicks this one, but it comes right to Nolan Burke, left side. Floats one towards the net, and it just sails wide. Had a man in front, too. And that sends the Otters off in flight. And Garrett Podubny with it. Down the right wing side. Leave it down for Singer behind the goal. An extra man with them there. 3-on-3 comes out to the front here. Walking to the front here. He couldn't finish it off. As it finds his tape of Burke and ahead. Perreault right side. Drop pass. They hold. Oh, hard check as a slap shot from Grima. Save made. Ceci holds on, but Perreault banged up after that hit on the far side boards. He went in awkwardly after the hit from making that drop pass and kind of went shoulder first into the wall in the Erie zone. Able to get up and skate off on his own power. .12:59 remains, and it's an important piece. Don't want to see it out of the mix for the Sarnia Sting much longer. The December Rookie of the Month, the Ontario Hockey League. 52 points on the year, 28 goals, looking for a 30-goal rookie campaign. as the Otters float this out to center ice. Max Golod taps it on in. Cameron up the near wall, bounces off a leg. McDougal can hold in. He'll flow into the net. That's glove down. Golod finds it, twists away from traffic, holds the goal line. Saucer to McDougal, waits, holds, has some room. Wrist shot. That's off the glove of goaltender Langevin and fouled off the end boards by Golod. Erie to the point. Wrist shot deflected towards the net by Yetman. He was in front of Ethan Langevin, but he makes a better save and corrals it off his chest with the glove. Draw to the right of Ethan Langevin, who came in replacing Lamore, who allowed 4 goals on 6 shots. After playing 32 minutes and 42 seconds, Lamore was done for the night. The face-off to the right side of Ethan Langevin. Won by the Otters on the draw, but flying in to pick that up is Sean Josling, and quickly works the puck back to Erie Otters. Sends it around the boards. Left side, Lavinius holds it. Floats it in front. That pass cut off. Shot pass from Lavinius. Intercepted by Martin. Erie clears up the near wall. Hatcher floats it right back in. Picked out of the air by Cece. He'll set it up as Golden takes the handle. 8 minutes off the clock here in the third period. 4-1 lead Erie. Rambling ahead left side and dumped down to the ice goes Max Golod. Tumbled down by Mitch Elliott. And off comes Sarnia right wing side. They give to Josling, right wing side, walks in with some room, wheels behind the net. McGregor, sharp angle, save made, Cece. And Erie just hoists it ahead to center ice in a foot race for this one. Out comes Yetman, so is the goaltender, poked around by Yetman. Langevin's in the neutral zone, and they rattle it up the near side glass, but not out. McDougal has it, gives out in front, off the stick of Podubny, drives it, looks to hold in. Found by McGregor at center ice, but helter-skelter in the Sarnia zone as Langevin out to neutral ice to poke that and get a piece of it with Yetman looking for an empty net goal pretty much. Here he comes back in right side. Podubny sidesteps a man and leaves it on down the near side corner in Sarnia territory. With 11:05 to play. 4-1 Otters. Sproviero ahead to center ice. Gives it right side. Burke to Sproviero. Backhand try blocked by the Otters defense. Perot back out there, doesn't miss a shift. Erie picks it up behind their own goal. Sent out ahead, and it's Perot picking this one off. Hands off to Grima. Slap shot blocked in front. Rebound in front. And Erie moves it on the near boards, and Hoffman has room to skate right side. Slows things down. Now Podubny. Snap one, and that's high. Over the glove hand of Langevin. Catches the glass. He got a lot on that shot as Lavinius put a body on the win. Erie taps it along for Golden. He's pushing and shoving in front of that Sarnia bench. Changes on both sides as Golden corrals it back in his own circle. One touch pass to center ice. Otters come rambling back the other way. It's Alex Gritz right side. Puts it behind himself, picks it up. Shouldered hard to the near side boards. Chasing Peter Chaika. Got the stick inside on Kammer, but able to get this puck. No call on the way. As Kammer finds it once more. Banking off the boards to center. Golden picks up there for Erie under midway through the third period. Erie holding to a 3-goal lead, 4-1. All goal scoring coming prior to this third period. Tucked in by McCombs, comes right to Yetman. He takes a knee from Martin in the Otters. No, Cruz back the other way. Golden drops it off left side, right back to Golden in the circle, puts it out to the front. Singer looking for it. And it just rolls past him as Tabak grabs the handle. The center comes right out to center ice. There's Maxim Golod bouncing around at the red line. They'll find Tabak in 1-on-2. Walks left, shoots off the stick wide. Kishnik working up the near side wall. Furthered by Yetman. Ahead to center ice. Steps around one man. Chad Yetman right side. Just picked up his 20th of the season. As it's dropped back to center ice. Kishnik settles this one down and off the stick out of play with 9:04 to go. Third period. Erie looking to draw within one of the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. They lead the Sarnia Sting 4-1 here in the third period. Dean's Dairy and True Move Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. That's Dean's Dairy and True Moo Milk, the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. Pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. The Otters, if you listen to the UPMC intermission report in the first period, you heard from Chris Hartsburg and how he wanted his team to skate and force things, not get stuck in their own end. Sorry, I was distracted as Alex Gritz makes his way down the tunnel to the Erie locker room with Andrew Krutneski. He took a hard shoulder in the near side corner as Alex Gritz leaves his hockey game with under 9 to go. But the Otters, aside from a bit of a half-period stretch in the second, they got the saves they needed. Selin, a little heel pick on the near side. Down he goes, but Joe Mack can find the puck once more. Gives right side inside Sarnia territory. Moved ahead. Here's McGregor left side. McGregor got a feed out in front. That was blocked by Drysdale. McGregor looks from the near boards now. Hatcher puts it in down deep. Out in front, Johnson wide open. Save by Cece. And Erie clears it to the far wall where it's picked up by Lavinius. Walks in front. And Selin tries to stand him up, does enough of it. Look out, directed in front. Push to the goal, and they score. Nice passing play in front as McGregor sets up Sean Josling. And it's a 4-2 hockey game. Well, it's nicely kept in at the point. Lavinius cruising to the middle of the ice. That's a hard guy to bump off the puck, but he finds Reeser, who puts it low to the goal. It's redirected in front by McGregor to an open net, and all Josling has to do is brush it across the line. 4-2 game. The goal comes at 11:43. And Sarnia making their push here. The end of this game. The Otters lofted out ahead. Brought in by goal on left wing side. 1-on-3 into the zone. Shuffles behind the net. Ducks a couple checks, gives to Selin. Oh, man in front, couldn't get it there. Comes out to the point. Golden has it. Tried to drop it off. That's cut off. Picked away. As Burke moves it left side. Sproviero hands off to Perreault. Walks in the slot. Perreault shoots. Blocked by Ryan Martin. Perreault another one to the goal. That one high. Off the glass. Going to be picked up in neutral ice by the Otters. Backs goal out into the zone right side. Pirouettes shoved off his skates by Grima, who takes over the handle. As he looks ahead, track meet now. Here's Burke left side into the Erie zone. Drop pass. Perreault picks it up on the backhand. Wheels in behind the net. Shoved and thrown to the ice by Drysdale. And Yetman takes over the handle. Carefully scoops it ahead for Daniel D'Amato. Separated from the puck by Elliott. He spins near side, a rip it behind the goal of his own net, and the Otters pick it up on the right side. It's Singer. Now Peter Chaika. High along the blue line. Chaika floated to the net, hit his own man in front. Chipped up the far wall. Downs once more by the Otters. That was Chaika. Trying to direct it out in front, cut off. And Martin ahead the other way. Follow up here by Hatcher. His shot blocked. Stays in after it, the defenseman to the near corner. Down deep on this forecheck. Hatcher behind the goal now. 28 in white. Walks out in front. His shot save made. On top of the rebound is Cece. With 6:45 to go, the Otters take exception to the extra whack from Calvin Martin. The face-off stays inside Erie territory on the left side. .645 remaining in this hockey game. So the Windsor Spitfires idle here tonight after playing 2 games in a row. As Erie looks to take care of business here today. They're going to hold off the charging Sarnia Sting right now. Held in by Reeser. Back in down deep. Lavinius looks for it. Reaching was Golden. Able to knife it away from Jake Golden, but found once more by the Sting. Lavinius stick handling in tight quarters right side. Charges back to the slot. Lavinius holds the left wing side. Lets one go off the end boards. In front. They score. It's McGregor after the bounce off the end boards. And it's a 1-goal game from the Erie Insurance Arena. Well, the Honors could not clear on that play. The poke check from Jake Golden left it loose, and Lavinius, he just found an extra gear. Kept that puck on his tape, rambled through the Erie zone to the near side. The shot goes wide. Perfect geometry onto the stick of McGregor. At to the bank off the end boards. And hold on to your butts. We're not done yet. 1-goal game from the Erie Insurance Arena. 4-3, Erie leads. Here comes Sarnia looking to tie things up now to the goal, just wide. Slovero back to the net, blocked by Henry. Perot charged behind the net. Far side circle, turns, fires. That one was blocked. Held at the point, Grima. They deliver on, back down deep. Spin away from a check, get away from Yetmans. Roviero waits. Again, dancing away from Drysdale. Back towards the corner. Finds Perot back behind the net. Walks to the goal line. He's forced to the far wall as well. Now drags it out to the circle. Erie, nice little poke check. They get it to the line, but not out. Held in. Off the stick to the near side. Directed out in front here. Back to the goal line. And just wide on the backhand try by Sproviero, who takes the handle once more behind the net. Otters chase it far side. Referee goes down. Lots of traffic in that far corner. Drysdale just spins it around the boards. And it'll slide all the way back. Vukovic having some trouble here. The Otters, down goes MacDougall. They can take the puck. Sent off of the biscuit now on a shove, and Sproviero back to center ice. Lavinius to Josling down the near corner. Otters holding on. 4-3 lead. Penalty on the way as Henry's going to get the gate for an interference call. Now stepped right in front of Josling behind the net and knocked him down. And Erie's going back to the Planet Fitness penalty kill and a chance for the Sting to tie things up on the power play. 1-for-1 tonight. And a crucial moment in this hockey game with 5:10 to play. Face off to the left of Cole Ceci. Face off one. Sting have it. Elliott blast that wide. Otters can find it near side and a backhand by Sellen. Will trickle on to the far side corner. Sarnia territory, spinning there. Mitch Elliott, 7 power play goals on the year from the blue line. 4th amongst defensemen. And into the zone they come left side. McGregor shot, save made, rebound in the paint. And on top of it is CC. That knuckling puck just puts the left paw on top of it and has the whistle. The face-off will be to his left. 30 shots on goal now for the Sting. As in this frame alone, they're out shooting the Erie Otters 11-3. They have found a buzz trying to tie this game up. They were down 3. It's a 1-goal game now. And a chance to tie with a power play. McGregor left side. Josling behind the net. Playing off the stick of Jake Golden. Bouncing around to the far side corner. Moves right out in front of the Erie net. Hustle play as Erie gets there. And they'll float it down to the near side corner. Langevin covers there. Hands off to Elliott. After him, MacDougall. He'll peel off and go for a change as McGregor lugs it ahead. 70 seconds on the power play across the Erie line, left wing side. Steps around Drysdale. Wheels behind the net now. Looking to set up shot. They get up high. On the right side. Holding Sproviero. Spins. Looks at the point. Gives that way. And off the stick of Elliott, it pops it to neutral ice. 50 seconds left in the kill. Drysdale finds it along the near boards, and he'll bounce it down the ice. It'll settle near side. And enough of it for Langevin to move it. Head man to Sproviero at center ice. Across the Otters line. Drifts towards his right. Now wants to work his way back to the right side. It's a good move. Sets it up for Green at the line. Now left side as Perot rattles that one off the glass out of play. That's where he wanted it. Right in his wheelhouse. At the right circle, or excuse me, the left circle, the right-handed shot that blasted that high. .27 seconds left on the kill. Curtis Henry in the box for interference. With 3:36 to play. We'll get a whistle here. The face-off. Perot's waves out. Podubny stays in. As Justin McCombs steps in for the Sting. They win it back between the point men out to center ice. It slides. And with 20 seconds left in the power play chance, Perot gives it ahead. That's picked off. And Garrett put up the little stick handle, leaves it out center ice, and picked up once more by the Sting, and they work it in. Erie couldn't just shoot it down the ice. Probably what you wanted on the PK. Now Perot sets up shop. Grima right back to Perot. Left side circle. Shoots. Saved by Cece. Got it right back. Out of the box comes Henry. Grima has it. Rich shot. That's off the mark. And fouled by Hogan. Dishes behind the net. Jacob Perot near side. Feeds it out in front. Off the stick of McCombs. They're making changes behind the play. And Erie can pick this up. Working out the center and loft it on in. Brendan Selin will drop it to the near corner. Wholesale change for Erie. Under 3 to go. Here's Lavinius. Tucks it out at center ice. Picks it up on the other side of a checker. Gets it around. Tries it. Recovers and feeds it out to center ice. In flight, Max goal on left side. Drop pass, McDougal. Looking for Drysdale off his stick, and it's back towards Erie's blue line. Henry is there. And now, whistle sounds as an interference call. Whistle to the Otters. This was behind the play. And Maxim Golod puts Erie right back into the penalty box with 2:31 to go in the third. I didn't see it. It was on the other end as we watched the puck back in front of the Erie bench after the drop pass from McDougal. Ended up near the Erie line. So Erie right back to the penalty kill. Goaltender interference is the call. As he got crossed up with Langevin apparently. Back to the man advantage they go. Right side. Holding Sproviero. Blocked by Martin on that wrist shot. Bounces out to the front. Oh, the whistle sounds as that one came loose. Around Cole Cece's net. It was drilled off the end glass back to the crease. Cece thought he had it and leaked through him, and fortunately, Erie gets a quick whistle. Face off one. Henry after it. He's knocked off his skates and allows this thing to set up shop here. Elliott, one-time drive. Glove save! Cece says no. Draw to Cole Cece's right. Big save there with the cannon of Mitch Elliott locked and loaded. Tie up at the face-off dot. They win it. Poke to Elliott. Goes to the blue line. He'll find Josling at the left circle. Walks in. That shot blocked. Loose is going to be picked up by McGregor. Tries sharp angle. Hit the side of the net. Bounce back behind the Otters goal. McGregor spins away from traffic. Gives out to the front. Picked off by Yetman. And he'll bounce it off the near wall. All the way down for Langevin. The goaltender settles it down for Elliott. Quickly move forward to center ice. Lavinius. We'll see if the goaltender comes off. It'll make it a two-man advantage. 6-on-4. Off he goes. Erie plants man far side board. It comes loose. Erie trying to golf it out of the zone. They cannot. It's bounced right back to the far corner. Lavinius has it. Gives across. Erie intercepts and they'll bank it out to center ice once more. Angled off their bench and picked up inside Sarnia territory. 80 seconds to play. 6-on-4 with the net empty to the right and a power play on. Give it in front. Sproviero hands off. Lavinius. Erie gets a piece of it and it goes wide. Perot tied up near side. Erie picks it up. Hoisted ahead. And Selin to the empty net wide left. Goal on out in half a minute. The Sting reset. And it's Hugo Lavinius, the big rig to center. He'll dish to Sproviero, tucked into the zone near side corner. Under a minute to go from the Erie Insurance Arena. It's 4-3 Erie Otters nursing the one-goal lead. And no clear once more on the PK. 200 feet down the ice. Mitch Elliott ahead. Gives left at center red. Right back to Elliott. He'll drift into the zone. Walks in. Wrist shot off the backboards. That one wide once more. Came out in front, and Erie delivers to the line, but they cannot clear. Out of the box goes Golod. And they send it down the length of the ice. Golod will beat out the icing call with an empty net. Golod for the empty goal. It's in! Max Golod with 24 seconds left. Pots the empty netter. It's 5-3 Erie. Timing all worked out on the clear down to the far corner, and Max Golod can tuck it in for his 17th of the season. But this team can score quick. We're not done yet. With 24 seconds left, Sarnia wins the draw back. Hatcher to Grima. They're going to work ahead. Will they bring the goaltender off? We will watch as into the zone comes Burke. He's not going to come off now. Erie picks it up on the near boards. Gillard ahead to center ice. Down by Hatcher. Throws it to the net. Banks off a stick to the far side. Erie, oh, look out. Oh, geez, that's a bad hit as Kishnick rams McCombs from behind to the end boards with 3.8 left. McCombs tried to stop up, but it's right in that area where you've got to stop. Kishnick did not, and some pushing and shoving continues after this. Looks like McCombs moving appears to be okay. But Kishnick comes to the box. 3.8 left. And a 5-3 game. I think they're going to give Kishnick the gate. He'll get 5 from checking from behind. Now here's the interesting thing, because Erie's already without Jack Duff due to suspension for this weekend. Erie plays tomorrow. And Kishnick the 5 in the game. I mean, there's only 3.8 seconds left. As Justin McCombs is helped off. The game misconduct as well. I don't know if they'll look at the hit or not, but wasn't a good one. As McCombs is going right towards the Sarnia locker room. And the face-off will be in neutral ice, so that just about spells it out. 3.8 left. McCombs will head off. Erie will put out their 4. But a major victory and 2 points for Erie as the clock will run down. 5-3 final. Otters hold on over the Sarnia Sting, and they climb within 1 point of the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show is up after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
With the new Express Sports football and car racing from the Pennsylvania Lottery, you can play your favorite sports at participating retailers, bars, and restaurants. Make your picks on your placelet, like touchdown pass on the 3rd play, or the first 3 cars to cross the finish line, and watch the fast-paced lifelike action on the big screen. With drawings for cash prizes every 5 minutes, there's never a dull moment. Come on, yes!
Express Sports from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Compete from your seat. Players must be 18 or older. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
Hockey is back in the city of Erie, and you won't want to miss any of the hard-hitting, fast-paced Erie Otters action at the Erie Insurance Arena. It's a hockey weekend as the Otters host the Sarnia Sting on Saturday, March 2nd at 7 p.m., and then host the London Knights on Sunday, March 3rd at 4 p.m. with a free skate with the Otters after Sunday's game. Don't miss the NHL stars of tomorrow, today. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at ottershockey.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
What sedan lets you hit the road and not the gas station? With an average of 37 miles per gallon highway, it's a 2018 Nissan Sentra. This compact sedan has a sporty profile thanks to its sleek aerodynamic design. It also has other great standard features like Bluetooth and remote keyless entry. The 2018 Nissan Sentra. 0 down for only $199 a month. Sign and drive. What's the best-selling SUV in America? It's the Nissan Rogue. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. The Rogue has standard features such as zero-gravity seats, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and rear cross-traffic alert. 0 down for only $279 a month for 36 months. Sign and drive. Stop in and meet the Rogue family at Interstate Nissan, 1.5 miles south of I-90 on Peach Street.
18 Nissan Sentra, selling price $19,247, VIN JY320068. 18 Nissan Rogue, selling price $26,100, VIN JP503998. Both leases 12,000 miles per year for 36 with Tier 1 credit approval through NMAC. Lease payment is plus tax, title, license, stock fee, and $595 acquisition fee.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena for the Otters. They've got points in 3 straight games and a crucial win here in that Western Conference playoff race. 5-3 over the Sarnia Sting in regulation. to climb within 1 point of the Windsor Spitfires for the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. And on top of that, now just 3 points behind the Sarnia Sting for the 7 seed in the Western Conference as well. The Sarnia Sting, they're kind of spiraling right now. They've lost 7 of their last 9 now with this one. A chance ain't over yet. Erie can make some noise here at the end of this regular season, looking to get into the postseason after a 1-year hiatus. Welcome you into the Duskus Martin Funeral Home postgame show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved ones dignity. I'm Aaron Cooney, wrapping things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Weekend of games, as the Otters do have the London Knights tomorrow, 4 o'clock. And a post-game skate afterwards for everybody in attendance. But let's go ahead and recap this one as the Otters will pick up a pair of goals 50 seconds apart in the first period. 9:47, Garrett Podubny with the power play goal, is 26th of the season from Drysdale and Matthew McDougall. Erie would go on the power play 4 times. They would cash in 3 times with the man advantage. The third time they've done that this season. They did it in Kingston well back before earlier in the year. One of their first road trips back in October. With the 3 power play goals, that was on October the 12th of 2018. And they do it here tonight to power their way to a 5-3 victory. But that was the first one. Garrett Podubny at 9:47, 50 seconds later. How about Curtis Henry? Little give and go with Emmett Sproul. Henry from the point gives a Sproul in the corner. Sproul waits in the corner, dishes right back to the slot for Curtis Henry, and he rifles it past the glove of Cameron Lamore. And it's a 2-0 game after 20. Into the second period we go. Sarnia Sting, a power play, their first of the night at 3:57, and Hugo Lavinius. That's his 35th of the season. And then like that, it's a 1-goal game. And for the next 5 minutes, it would be all Sarnia. All over the Erie Otters the first portion of that second period until Erie could draw a penalty and finally take some of the wind out of the sails of the Sarnia Sting. And would use that power play to retake the momentum in this hockey game. As Jamie Drysdale, at the end of the power play, time winding down on it, lets a little Richter go from the right side. That fools Cameron Lamore, and Erie gets the goal right back. It's 3-1. And they go right back to the power play shortly after that. They'll score goals 1 minute and 28 seconds apart. This time Chad Yetman just got loose in front of the net and was able to bounce it over the goaltender. And that would be the end of the night for Cameron Lamore. He would allow 4 goals on 16 shots in 32 minutes and 42 seconds played. As the Otters take a 4-1 lead into the third period. But, well, the Sting, they really came back. Charging. In the third period, they would outshoot the Erie Otters 13-4 in the third period alone. And the comeback bid would begin at 11:43. As a nice deflection play in front, Ryan McGregor redirects the point shot coming from Reesert to an open Sean Josling on the backside. All he had to do was brush it into the net. And like that, it's 4-2. A little under 2 minutes later, similar trajectory for a backdoor play. As Lavinius cruises across the Erie zone, he lets a shot go that sails wide, hits off the end boards, redirects right out to the far side post, wide open cage as McGregor bangs it in. It's 4-3, and they're coming for the next 6 minutes as the Otters would take 2 penalties back-to-back at the end of regulation time. The PK comes up big. They'll kill them both off. And as out of the box comes Maxim Golod, he'll pick the puck up after the clear in the far corner, tucks it into an empty net as Erie had to stop that 6-on-4. And the Otters pick up the empty net goal. They take the 2-goal lead, and they'll down the Sting 5-3 as the home teams prevail in this season series. 2 wins apiece, both of them on home ice for these teams. As Otters, big 2 points here. The rest of the way out is against teams all above 500, against teams in their next 8 hockey games that are 5th in their conference or higher in the playoff picture. It is tough sledding. They're still going to have to still control their own destiny. 2 games in hand on the Windsor Spitfires, 1 point behind the Spitfires. But they have to take care of their own business. As Curtis Henry mentioned that in the pregame show. Chris Hartsburg mentioned that during the intermission report. Otters did it here tonight, but there's still a long road to go over the next 2 weeks as the Otters return home right back here tomorrow afternoon, evening, 4 o'clock start. And then after that, Erie will have 2 road games to round things out. This is the Duskus Martin Funeral Home post-game show. Duskus Martin working tirelessly to give your loved one dignity in front of 3,604 here at the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters pick up the victory 5-3 over the Sarnia Sting. Let's take a look at tonight's Ironworkers Local Union number 3's Ironman of the game with tonight's 3 stars. Third star, Cole Cece, who stops 29 of 32. He stops 11 of 13 in the third period alone to help the Otters preserve the 5-3 victory. Second star, Chad Yetman, who had himself a good night. He picked up his 20th goal of the season. Also added 2 assists for a 3-point night. And for Yetman, that's another 3-point night. Yetman has certainly stepped in here. And I think Garrett Podubny had a goal for his 54th point, but Chad Yetman will tie him on the season in points to lead the team. As Yetman notches his 6th 3-point night on the season. First star is Jamie Drysdale. Big night for the Otters rookie defenseman. 3-point night on the blue line, a goal and 2 assists as he helps the Otters power play go 3 for 4. As the Otters down the Sarnia Sting 5-3. I'm Aaron Cooney as we wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena. We're going to do this again tomorrow, 4 p.m. start. The London Knights in town. They're coming off of a victory over the Hamilton Bulldogs. Final score there, 4-1 earlier this afternoon. As the Otters, well, with no win, with 2 points, they could climb into the 8th seed in the Western Conference and leapfrog the Windsor Spitfires to get back into the playoff picture. Final score, Otters 5, Sting 3. For Brian McKay back in studio, I'm Aaron Cooney saying goodnight. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 4 o'clock, Otters in London Knights. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.